Is there 975 clears to destination via Dolma 5 Alpha departure, Dolma 5 departure, runway 07 right, initial climb flat level 50, after departure contact 124.5, squawk 4370.
975, initial climb, flight level 80, 80.
Flight level 80, is 975, and we are ready for motion start.
975, headed back correct, push and start.
Motion start, Egypt 975.
Siberia 3211, ready for taxi to 07 right.
Take this one, 07 right, have apron Mike.
Take my apron right to 07 right, Siberia 3211.
Then, Grand Coast 35 ready for taxi.
Right.
Taxi to hold this one, 07 right, have apron, Papa Mike.
Mine, yours.
Good morning, everybody. Hello
Good
again.
morning.
Calling 07 right, Coast 35.
Got the dream team today
Hell yeah.
for the first flight of Monday. It is Monday, isn't it?
Yeah, it is now. Call, that's too loud.
Push and start, loop.
WW.
Push for a corner 60, Sam.
HPP. Flight number 92.
Ground LE 121 requesting airway. Clear out to the spot.
We just put in BA
One session speed.
9210 in there.
No, Speedbird 47 Charlie.
Alpha Sierra Yankee 121.
Then the company route is just UHWW PP01. Request send. Request sent. Wait.
We're not doing that. We're just going.
Loading. Come on, load quicker.
Hello, chat. So this is a leg where we are going to try and make up a bit of time because we're just slipping further and further back at the moment.
Did you say the fuel was loading or
Loading,
loading?
yeah, loading. So you're going up to 54.2.
It seems stuck on 38.6.
All right, let me have a look.
Okay,
let's
Yankee
turn
1
this
to
off.
1, ground.
53.400, wasn't it?
Alpha Sierra Yankee 121 report.
54.2.
Got a departure runway, yeah, mate.
It's what we're wind 060 degrees, 1 metre per second.
Okay, so be 07 right.
After the batch contact 1.1.5, initial climb.
QFE
Hello, Tracy.
762. Oh no, 1018 dick. What runway did you say? 07 right.
7 right at Dolma 5.
07.
Yeah, so I've just got clearance.
Climb 8000, squawking 4320, and tower departures are 1245 for Aussie 121.
Going northbound.
1 to 1, the back direct push and start approach.
Push and start approved for Aussie 121. Thanks for your help.
Egypt 975, taxi.
We'll do a brief on the taxi, yeah?
Yep, it's fine.
We'll take the whole point around 07 right, apron, Papa Mike.
Taxi 07 right, Papa Mike, Egypt 975.
Really accelerated turnaround for this flight, absolutely.
We're okay, and we've slipped back again, so we're just going to crack on.
Not too sure which SID.
Okay, call them for clearance now, mate. And that'll get that done right now.
5 here. Thank you. Start at 29 HP.
Manner 8, 2 manner 83, negative, frequency tower, 126.0.
Performance there and weather.
Ground Spear 47 Charlie, with you, stand, whatever, requesting clearance to wherever.
Where everybody else is going.
Student 47 Charlie, standby one.
Right, what?
Like he knows what he's doing.
We're at Nagasaki, are we?
No, we're at Vladivostok.
Vladivostok.
That's why I'm looking at completely the wrong.
Sup, Borat, Tyler, Carl, Mrs. Flight Sim Andy,
She's still up, is she?
4 dads, Tim Rodeo, NFC. Hope you're all good, guys. Hope you're all good.
Vectored hold. Jesus.
Student 47 Charlie, ground.
Go ahead, Spear 47 Charlie.
You are ready to copy, please?
Yes, yeah, we are.
Yes, yep, ready to copy, Spear 47 Charlie.
Student 47 Charlie, you are clear to destination, Parasite level 350, exit 407, right, Dolma 5 for departure. After departure, contact control, 124.5, finish on flight level 80, and squawk 4330.
Okay, cleared, runway 07 right, flight level 350, departure with 124.5, initial climb, flight level 80, and squawk 4360, Spear 47 Charlie. Get the departure.
Dogma 5.
Student 47 Charlie, redirect pushing center.
Okay, push and start approved, Spear 47 Charlie.
Nice.
Good.
Dogma 5 it is.
Good. Man, we like.
Okay. Right. Go through this way.
Command 25 contact tower, 126.0.
Okay, so a zero fuel weight, we have 244.
Yep.
Reserves is 17.3. Cost index is 53.
350.
350.
Hey, ground, good morning, Devil 001, clearance from request.
You've got anti-ice on for this takeoff due to the conditions.
Yep.
Contact tower, 1.
So flap 20, temperature of 61.
Disregard.
Go on to climb.
126.0.
Climb view on.
Climb 1 will do it.
Yep.
Negative. Standby, my friend.
Flaps 5, climb 1 reduction.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Yep. Okay, so
V speeds will be 147.
Yep.
150.
Yep.
158.
Thank you very much for the service.
Yep.
And the MACTOW is 90.
Contact tower, 126.0.
done.
Sweet.
Lugansk 512, contact tower.
Okay, pre-flight checklist.
Yep. Inspections and security.
Checked.
Oxygen,
Tested 100%.
flight instruments.
So I have
Hey, good morning,
167
level 01,
and
request,
minus 40.
QNH I think it's now 1016.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Park
and brake.
So 126
Is set.
and 3211.
Fuel control switches.
Cut off
PFD.
is
Around corner 6010, ready for taxi, runway 07 left.
Toga LNAV, VNAV, and V speed 147. And
156 to 8000, yep.
Yep.
Cool. Take off speeds.
147, 150, 158.
And ACARS pre-flight. I've done.
Yep.
CDU pre-flight. You've done.
I've done.
Text and takeoff briefing we'll do on the roll.
Okay.
Okay. Great. So do you want to speak to ground and ask if we can pressurise?
Yep. Radio check.
That one, sorry.
Hello ground, are we clear to pressurise?
Worldflight deck, yeah, you can pressurise at your discretion.
Okie doke, clear to pressurize.
And that one's
somebody that says.
Somebody's doing it properly.
16010 will
Oh, you might be carrying tech log. Where is the tech
I
log?
don't
Have
know
you
if
got the
that,
tech
it
log?
should still go to... We had to recycle that earlier for that to clear
No,
that
I
system.
think you've got a fault
No,
on
yeah,
that
it's gone.
early.
No, it's gone.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I thought you were carrying a fault on
just
that.
requesting taxi 207 left. Right.
16010, technical holding point, runway 06.
Runway through now.
7,
Yep.
right?
Fuel tank to end. Okay.
Before start checklist.
Flat deck door.
Closed and locked.
Passenger signs, we've finished fueling.
Bravo 4,
Sorry about
that.
On.
Beacon.
Is both.
And transponder.
Should be auto and Taral.
Auto
off,
and off,
sorry.
that's it.
Yep.
4 start checklist completed.
Okie dokie. And,
Clear to push, nose to the right.
and ground, we're clear to push and nose to the right, please.
Okay, pushing now, that's the right.
Love that, anti-faff.
Beep. Or something like that.
Vladivostok
Oh,
ground, Sat Air 3128.
bollocks,
Taxi from the
bollocks.
Now, how
Please
do,
parking brake, please.
how do I actually do that?
Push that down on the left pedal. Push that down.
Push
You
down?
might.
That's it,
yeah,
done.
there you
It's
go.
off.
Cool.
Uh, 3108.
You're clear to start whenever you want.
07,
Okay, start
right,
3 and 4 then, please, Dave.
Mike.
Sat Air 3128, taxi to holding point 7 right via apron, Papa Mike.
Fan start.
Yeah, it did.
A second.
It's odd.
We just go ground to the Iris 3234.
Perfect, mate. Stop us there, mate.
Sorry?
Engine.
Last station, begin please your call sign.
Engines have started.
Iris 6234.
On the lower icons.
Huh?
Lower icons.
Ah, sorry. Did you want to stop us?
3234, ground.
No, not really.
3234, but that. Чуть на Украине.
Делать ничего перед преподаванием. Нет, Альфа Виски RC234.
Step parking brake, please. Be pin on the left hand side.
Put your feet down, Craig, on the pedals.
Pop.
Blick that up and then,
and then
let go
release.
pedals now.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah,
That's it
otherwise
for
you'll get a carryover.
That works out.
Okay, start 1 and 2 then, please, Dave.
Walk for 363.
Get rid
Dave,
of that.
test flight. Asks when you're going to do any 748 flights when PMP.
Runway 0 on right. Initial climb 80, walk 4363.
David?
Have you got any charts up there, Dave?
I will get them very shortly.
It's not working for me here.
3234 negative. Dolma 5 for the touch.
Hell is the LTU ahead of us?
5. And requesting
Say again?
I don't know how the LTU's got ahead of us.
I don't know.
QNH for information 1018 and pushing start approved. Okay.
QNH 1018, push and start approved, go taxi.
Just one taxiway in and out, really.
You're not getting a start on those engines.
Sorry about that. Don't know, I didn't start.
Vladivostok ground, Drive Marine 21, request airways clearance.
Station, please begin your call sign.
This is Giant GTI 1471.
Please take chat.
Look giant now. Cut out, cut out.
Wait.
Hydraulic pressure demand pump 1 we expect.
Yep.
That's all.
47 Charlie, you are ready to take it?
Yes, ready to taxi now, speed of 47 John. Might as well.
Good evening, Mr. Marriott. I see you lurking there.
47 Charlie, take the holding point, 07 right, via 8 knots, Papa, Mike.
Okay, apron and Papa Mike to holding runway 07 right, speed of 47 Charlie.
Okay, go. We can do the after start on the taxi.
Ready to check.
My wiggle, that's fine. Get rid of that. Go.
As we expect, those two, we know about those.
Yep.
Okay, so before taxi, flight controls.
Checked.
Anti-ice I'll just put on now, we'll just take engine.
Yep.
Ground, Ollie.
Can't quite see Charlie.
Just keep going straight down here, we go straight down here.
Okay.
Recall.
Fraser, I don't think it is, sorry.
Say again, sorry.
Recall.
Is checked.
Order brake.
Is RDO.
Flaps.
20.
And the ground crew are sucked into the fire lift engine.
Sweet.
Fraser, I think there's one tomorrow, or next couple are one of the longest ones. We've tried to avoid any.
So I think we
over
go,
about 3
so
hours.
it looks like it's going to go right.
left.
Yep.
Worldflight 1188, take that runway 07 right, that's the hour.
Quanto Solana 88 ground, but there's a 15 taxi via Alpha apron center situation.
Yeah, throw it there. That's good.
Right, Alpha.
Okay, well,
Thank you.
Ground joint blades, anyone requesting your response?
Bravo 4, Charlie Papa, contact tower 166 Contact the tower 126.0. Report Charlie Papa. Oh, wait.
Oh,
What's happened there?
I have.
I'm going right. Alright, we're going around again.
What the hell have you done?
What did you do, Craig?
61 today.
That's not gone well, has it?
Getting dizzy.
Ground velocity 1 whiskey for clearance.
Okay. Whatever.
It's like deja vu. Right, let's see if I can. No, I can't. I can't steer anymore. I can't even
Stop.
brake. I
Stop,
can't even
stop.
brake. I can't even brake.
Okay.
I've just lost all control.
Yeah, okay, Roger, clear those bars,
Try push your foot down and put the parking brake on.
Yeah.
There go. There go. I know, that's working.
What have I done?
No idea, I've never seen this before.
Thanks, and now fully ready for start.
Oh, there we go, that fixed it. Just put your foot on the brake to release the parking brake. That's it, now go again.
Yeah.
What the hell happened there?
The parking brake is fine.
Yep.
Giant. GTI
So briefing, we are going to be taking off from runway 07 right on a Dolma 5, which is straight ahead, to 10.3 DME from Kilo November, which we have set on the VOR.
It was the parking brake.
And then we're going to do a left 030 to radial 051 outbound, then right to Dolma, which is programmed into the box.
Giant. GTI.
Okay.
Tango India 1471.
Hear that? Well, I just described the takeoff to you.
I wasn't listening.
I'm not doing it again.
I agree, whatever you said.
Hi, Alex.
You're clear to destination, Father,
Feels warm. There it goes, running.
Control 124.5, initial plan control 80 to walk
we're going to squad 4340, Donga 5 departure, runway 07 right, contact departures on 124.5, giant 14
Put that in frequency.
1471.
Yeah, we've got to go to tower first. I've got 1245 to remind me this side, alright?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
1471, is that correct?
Latitude 234, ready to take
God, we're taking off that way.
Sapphire 3128, contact tower 126 decimal 0.
Wing to receive.
Ground November Bravo Lima 001.
November Brahma Lima 001, ground with there, goodbye to
Roger, standby.
Latitude 234 is ready to take.
Yeah, we're all okay now here, nothing to see.
The holding point, Papa, Mike. Papa Mike to 07 people.
So what we're getting into here, guys, is some nice weather. It's not quite, it's kind of ready. It's not quite cold enough to cause us any problems. We haven't got any ice or anything. But I think the destination, the viz, is absolutely shocking. There's a lot of terrain around, so could get interesting. We are trying to pick up some time on this leg. We just seem to be drifting further and further back, so a conscious effort to pick up a few minutes, so 10 or 15 minutes here. Means we're probably going to shortcut a few bits and bobs.
Cabin ready. Load sheet acknowledged.
Sweet. Do you want to do the before takeoff checklist?
Final load sheet.
Is acknowledged.
Flaps.
20.
Trim.
6 set.
6.5.
Yep.
Takeoff at briefing.
As discussed.
Runway speeds, EPAR and VNAV.
Set.
Cabin report.
Received.
And transponder.
Is Tara and auto.
Perfect. Full takeoff check is complete. We're ready.
Sweet.
November Bravo Lima 001, ground.
Can't connect to the chat on this ARPA for some reason.
Ground November Bravo Lima, ready to copy.
November Bravo Lima 001, you have the information.
No, if it's running already, just shut it down and start it again.
Right, almost fast for the departure, contact me. Correction, contact control 124.5, initial time control 80, squawk for...
No, definitely doesn't like it. So I can't see the chat. Sucks to be Dave.
Okay, network 001 is clear for destination as filed, flight 410, initial flight 80.
The internal pilot, yeah, we... the Genius Mark has been here today and been doing some work on traffic, so... yeah, hopefully we won't have any embarrassing incidents where we drive through people that admittedly we can't actually see, so it's not our fault really. Kind of. I have to say, our experience with the Russian controllers in past Worldflights has been very good. They are very efficient. By and large. Right, Team Radio. Yep, see you in a bit. Excuse me.
Go ahead, ground 247 Charlie.
Still Hotel Charlie, contact tower 123.0, and you have fly battalion.
126 047 Charlie, thank you very much for your help. Good night. Oh, that's not good, that's not good.
Let me check. 1260.
Yep. Right, now set the brake again. Set and let go straight away. Set, see if that works. Sometimes it just all of a sudden starts creeping forward. That for me before. Tower, good. morning, I think it is. Swivert 47 Charlie, in turn, runway 07 right, we are fully ready. He seems very, very high. Not so high. Still high.
Quite a long runway.
Yeah.
The Lufthansa is 512, for the control to right, ready for immediate.
Come on, you rush. Can you hear me alright in the mic?
I can hear you fine.
Yeah.
Taiwan number one even. Taiwan number one. Good evening. ATC's watching us as well. Excellent. Very good.
Just push the rudder slightly, Craig. You're not quite understand that, mate.
Luna Welkin, good evening. Good morning, even, as far as we're concerned.
Why does that happen to me?
Mike Charlie 012, continue approach runway 07 right.
Put the thrust up, we go backwards.
It heard Gary. The sim heard Gary's gone to bed, and it's revolting. I'm looking forward to getting to an airport where they use 2 runways.
Oh, God.
I don't think we've actually been to any yet.
That guy's landing on the left runway.
I don't think it's active.
No, neither do I. According to the chart, it's not.
Fireman Lee, all I can tell you about that is that the higher value stuff we're going to do evenings UK time, just because that's when we tend to get most of our viewers.
Yeah, you have to let go of the pedal quite soon.
Yeah.
So push the pedal down, then as soon as you get it up, let go.
Take it away, Mike.
Taiwan number 1, we're in Vladivostok, and we're heading up to Kamchatka, which is, some fantastic scenery up there. Although, by the sounds of it, we won't be able to see any of it.
Number 8 for departure, 6 people.
Oh,
Something has happened to that omen.
The main gear has collapsed.
It looks that way, doesn't it? We're about number 6 in line now, do you think?
5 too many.
Yeah.
Aye.
434 Foxtrot 336, relocate runway.
God, someone's still on that runway, that guy that has landed.
436, 4 Foxtrot, contact ground on 121.7, break. Delta Lima Hotel 512, clear for takeoff runway 07 right.
Delta Lima Hotel.
November 512, runway 07 right, clear for takeoff, goodbye.
Relation of yours now?
Bloke who went to school with his sister.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
So she's English then? Very nice. You don't get many good English, good-looking English girls these days, do you?
Few and far between, mate. Few and far between.
See why you went overseas now.
Let's pull up behind that over now.
Siberian 3211, holding point Mike on way 07 right, will you ready for departure?
Siberian 3211, line up, runway 07 right.
Line up 07 right, Siberian. Echo Score Charlie and line up 07 right, Siberian 3211.
Eternal Pilot, I know Anchorage has 2 parallel runways. But being Americans, they'll probably just use 1. Even though they've got 3 to use, they'll probably just use the 1. We'll see.
Yeah, that's one thing you have to watch for now to make sure you get all the throttles level.
Yeah.
Otherwise you get slightly different thrust on them.
Yep.
I'm in space in between us 4 now. Triple 380, 330, 7 forward, lovely.
Yep. Is that a 380, is it?
Yeah, it's 380. Or is it 74?
Hello,
Might be a 74.
fully ready, reaching.
Creeping again.
Yeah, it does do this. And I bet if you release the parking brake, I bet it will bounce us back. Weird.
Hasn't even released it.
Yeah.
Chris, I think, well, Anchorage has 3, doesn't it?
Yeah, now we roll back a bit.
7s and then the
Ready?
3-3.
Ready before.
Oh. Ready to go again.
You should climb 3 stars still only after departure, contact 1245, runway 07 right, gate 6, Siberian 3211. Thanks.
Mike Sierra Romeo 975, line up, runway 70, 7 right.
Line up 07 right, you clear 975.
They sound
Tower,
efficient.
hello again. Speedbird 47 Charlie, just to confirm we're in sequence. We are ready for departure 07 right.
Sufficient hold position.
What did he say?
No.
Hold position or something?
I think it was hold position. Well, we're not going to hold position, we'll keep going in sequence.
Full Charlie Papa, after departure Boeing 77, we line up, runway 07 right.
After departure, line up wait, 07 right, after 4 Charlie Papa.
Where the hell's the Air Berlin?
I
In front of the Qantas?
I think they might be quite small and tucked away.
Yeah,
Maybe.
he is.
Yeah, he is.
There he is.
Romeo 975, ready for takeoff, runway 07 right, initial climb 3000 feet after departure contact about Campbell on 124.5, bye-bye.
Check for ice stand, please.
Sure. You're okay earlier? Yeah, we're fine.
Thanks.
Looks like they're giving them an initial up to 3 as well. So.
Yeah, Qantas 6010 heavy is ready in sequence.
Holy. And the evidence for 25 hours to departure.
Papa, position.
For Charlie Papa.
I don't have the chat, so I can't engage with it, which is really annoying me.
Ah. So,
It's alright.
Danielson.
Fairly quiet. Relatively
Okay.
quiet.
Where in the world? PC world.
No, never.
Awful store. Absolutely awful. Kind of place I'd expect Craig to work.
Shut your face. Why would you say such a thing?
That's a valid point.
My brother used to work there.
Yeah, see.
There we are.
Knew it was in the
Runs
Phillips
in the
family.
Yeah.
Come on, launch this airplane then, John. Don't care we're all on the same departure. It's poor planning by Gary.
Oh, thanks, Eternal Pilot. Thanks.
Well, do you not look like someone who should work in PC World?
No, he says Craig looks like he works there.
At PC World. It's a valid point.
Taiwan number 1, so this is the, for SimFest events, this is the fixed base sim we operate, so yeah.
Oh.
Cleared for departure, 7 right. After departure, over 2124550.
Go.
3.
Just take off.
1,000 feet.
You could be rolling while you're reading this back. Go. Go.
Yeah.
You can hit toga as you're reading all that back. Just go.
What deals you got, Craig? Well, the problem with PC World, they don't sell anything high powered enough.
They don't.
That we actually want.
Yes, they do.
6010, line up runway 07 right.
Item weight 07 right, climb 6010.
Once we're in here, I'll sort out some refreshments. That's the kind of message I'm getting from that.
No, I
Yes.
was yawning. I think I could do with something to wake me up.
Yeah.
That water was an awful decision.
Yeah, we can take the
Tom.
121 ready.
No, there's nothing wrong with water.
Runway 07.
Oh,
Hello.
07 right.
We must be on a hill or something.
I would say don't use parking brake.
yeah.
Stop on the foot brake and just hold it. Stop. That's keep rolling back.
Roger, holding position.
I just need something to run charts, Liam. So just some tatty old laptop normally does the job.
Worldflight is going to break Wriggles Kappa.
Who's that?
Alpha 1215.
Nah, it won't. I'm fine. You'd
Do
be
you
like
think
me, Alpha, if you had to put up with parking.
What? We do seem to be seeing a lot of each other recently. Not sure how much more I can take.
We went shopping yesterday. That was really romantic. I
It
enjoyed
was.
that.
It was lovely. You're a good shopper. You just stand there on the end of an aisle with your trolley and wait for me to find you.
Like the little bitch
I like that.
I am.
That's right.
I'm sure it's meant to be seated in the upright position, but
Sit in the middle. Gotta get cosy.
We make the rules, we don't abide by them.
Yes.
though this belt isn't doing much for my masculinity.
Please take off from 07 right.
I know how parking feels now.
Airborne and initial flight.
That's right, trying to squeeze my tackle into one of these things, yeah. Yep. Every time. Why do we keep getting
But it
that?
says we're doing ground speed of 6 and we're not even moving.
I would push brake, that's it. Because I think now we're going to roll back again.
Why not?
Are you braking at all?
Something weird is happening. We're like moving forward.
121.
I'll get us around that corner. You gonna go back again?
No.
Weird.
Oh, so now Chris is saying he reckons that external sim is leaving the slope sim, so we could be on a slope and not know it.
Right, understood.
Then
It does. Alpha's asking whether the person responsible for the decaf has been shot.
TCAS.
Decaf.
Oh, decaf, yeah, that's poor decision making.
Yeah.
Gary Oliver.
Gary, yeah, it was, to be fair to Gary, it was...
Don't give me excuses.
No, he didn't realise.
The grave error.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm tired.
Yeah, this because we've been drinking decaf. That's why. Well, Alpha, don't worry. We'll get through the night because the frothy coffee makes up for the decaf.
Correct. Can you reset that chrono? That's annoying me.
Get what? Oh,
Yours chrono.
my chrono. How do I do it?
Just flick
So,
to the bottom left
pop
to
it
the
back.
left.
Pop it back to reset.
Left.
Down.
Yeah, that's it.
And then,
That's it.
yeah, then you can set it to run.
What, when I take off?
Set the thrust.
Contact departure 1245, LV121, thanks for your help today.
He told us to line up yet or not?
Got 47 Charlie, line up runway 07 right.
Line up 07 right, Spirit 47 Charlie.
Oh, Demak, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you can join us next year, that'd be great. Well,
I've got to take off through him.
Yeah. Whoops. Looks like he's just crossing anyway.
do we need the bell in here?
Huh?
Do we need the bell in here?
Yep, that was my bad.
Right, okay, fine.
Sincere apologies.
It's okay.
I'll just flick that to run and then...
It's fine, right?
Go. Initial climb 3000 and after departure 1245, Spirit 47 Charlie, thanks very much. Get it after.
Setting thrust.
Oh, Toto, that's really good. That's
Set.
excellent.
Not quite actually. Have you hit Toga?
Yeah.
Okay.
Close enough.
We passed 100 knots while I was watching you, but in fact you haven't pushed Toga. B1. Rotate. Good timing. Oh my good lord. Oh, we must have tail strike there.
Yeah, we need to check that
Positive
out.
rate.
Yeah.
Gear up, please.
Wonderful timing.
That was a little bit more sensitive than what I was expecting. I think I just saved it before we tail striked.
That was very
We'll
close.
see.
Yeah.
Fraser Cooper, that was, thank you, that was spot on. Very good indeed. £5, which is
Departure Hello
£5
Spirit
more.
47 Charlie passing 800 feet for 3000. Climb and time, flight level 3, flies through Spirit 47 Charlie.
Flap 10, please.
You're not really. Fraser, thank you very much indeed. Good night. That was.
Thank you,
spot on.
Fraser.
Thank you
Good
very
on.
much.
That was superb timing. You little git.
Flap 5, please.
About 5 sets, suggest set standard cleared to flight level.
Yes, please. Standard.
Passing 2-1 now.
Checked.
Internal pilot, the only way we can really
Flap
tell
1, please.
is we'll run the after takeoff checks in a minute and see if we're pressurising. I mean, we could look in PSX, but that'd be cheating.
Flaps up, please. And after takeoff checklist.
Landing gear.
Is up and off.
Flaps.
Up.
Aircon pressurisation.
Is pressurising.
Below the line, altimeters.
Standard. Yeah.
Set and cross-checked, passing 4-8 now.
You're right, internal pilot, but the pressurisation is the way we can check quickly. If there was real damage, then it wouldn't pressurise.
I think I just saved it.
We certainly achieved positive rate.
I did.
Alright, it's very late at night. We're all very tired already, only 2 days in, so Dave is here in mind, but not necessarily in body. I think it's probably that way around. Jamaican use, yeah, it's pretty busy. It's the 8th or 9th departure in that 10 minutes. Pretty busy in front of us.
Beautiful scenery.
Right, refreshments.
Dankeschön. What a dick.
Okay. Don't worry, I'll just crack in some Icelandic on you tomorrow.
What are you learning Icelandic? You seem very obsessed with this country at the moment.
I'll tell you.
You found a bit on the side that's Icelandic?
I'll tell you about it sometime.
No, that's what it isn't. You heard it here first, Mrs. Parkin.
Alright, cheers mate.
Cheese, isn't it?
Yeah. That will keep me awake for sure.
Right, good night everyone. Thanks for joining us. This is Worldflight 2017 Sleeping Simulator. Dave's gonna just put some other lighting down and have a little kip.
Are we there yet?
Can we not like time accelerate?
Yeah.
Just bomb past everyone at 16 times speed. This is the late night love hour with Wriggles 89 and Craig. Poor old Luke.
We love Luke.
Oh, what a dream.
Oh.
What a dream.
Oh.
He's a hero on both counts. Nothing, just your company would be delightful. Superbly done, Craig, apart from always killing us on the rotation.
I do apologise. First time I've flown it since February. It's pretty good going.
What's good going? We certainly achieved positive rate.
Yeah, we did. But I think I saved it. I don't think we got a tail strike.
No, I think we literally must have just done that.
Yeah. Dave is a lightweight. He can't even stay awake past midnight. Says dub aviating.
Ban him.
Tweet. No, I can't do that to him.
I'm an old man now.
He's married and everything. Wait until he has kids.
Oh god. Got to work out how it works before then. How late were we leaving in the end? We're still an hour late leaving, weren't we? We're off a 1/4 past, weren't we? Bloody hell. Brian, why aren't you still awake? Shouldn't you be in bed? You're a child. I think Mummy and Daddy should need to cut your internet off, Brian.
Mungo gets his internet cut off, doesn't he?
At 11.
11, yeah. So he won't be watching us now?
No. Don't die on me, Craig. Otherwise parking will have to take over and I can't think I can stand that.
Nothing's wrong with parking. Did you fill our names in?
Yep.
The ACAR stuff?
Of course I did.
Saying it can't find us.
Yeah, because Gary deleted everyone.
Ah. It's a bit feral.
Deputy 101 is 1000, landing level 350.
Dan made us all a wonderful lasagna.
He did. It was very, very nice. So I think, I don't know who's doing stuff tomorrow.
No idea.
But it's
Why does that do something with the dick?
What? Oh, don't know. Need to check that.
Yeah, he did a great job with the lasagna. Did a shit job with the garlic bread, mind.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So on Wednesday, it's me and Simon. You know what we got?
That's the only day I'm not the sim all day.
I did. So you're not coming in? Disappoint me, mate.
I mean, Pete.
No, mate.
Oh, mate. I said, disappoint me, Pete.
I'll call you Pete if you want.
What delicacies are you preparing for the team?
So, on for breakfast, pancakes. For lunch, just normal sandwiches. And then for dinner, we're doing a curry.
Spicy or not so spicy?
I hope not so spicy.
Choice.
I know, but I feel sorry for anybody that would have to share any either room or cockpit with me or anything afterwards.
Would it be awful?
It would, yeah. I'll tell you what, if you want to give me an explosion, just give me a very spicy curry with beans and cheese.
Is that the way to kill you?
Yes.
Make sure Benny listens back to this VOD then.
He's already killed me inside.
Yeah, you two definitely had a lover's tiff, didn't you, this week?
We did, yeah, we did.
Robin, so the answer to that question is currently £78,000. Because we reckon we were on 70 grand at the start of this year. We're now up to 8 this year, with a target of 15, obviously. So
Load sheet's the same.
78,000.
Cool. Am I still carrying the fart bell? No, the fart bell is currently in the house.
Oh, that was required earlier.
Yeah, well, I've done one, and I think you've done one.
Just gotta have parking to kill us all now.
Yeah.
Storing it up.
Lovely. Joyous. 4 o'clock arrival. Brilliant. FML. Half an hour behind schedule though. Super high speed descent. See if we can overtake some noobs on the way.
Yep. What we can actually do is increase the Mach as well if we want.
Can you already have I already done that?
Yeah, I think we can.
Yeah, it is quite a lot.
Check the VNav cruise page.
Last year was a real. Yeah, we're not quite sure what happened last year. Last year was just crazy.
Yeah, I've already done it.
We're pretty happy. We might hit 15.
Teamwork, innit? So that's how a CRM works, one step ahead of the other.
It is, yeah.
In the case of Sam James, he was about 15 miles behind me.
Yeah, but you should have told me about it though.
Well, I thought it would be a pleasant surprise for you. Once we run out of fuel somewhere over Siberia.
Yeah.
Because I decided to up the Mach. I suppose the only advantage we've got, and we've got to hope, pray, that they're not watching this show in the lounge right now, is that Jimmy and Benny are asleep. So hopefully we should get no amber cautions. We've done everything we got told to do with the hydraulics. Got the speed brake dodgy issue. Other than that, we should be good as gold. And that does not give you free rein to do anything at all. I want you to sit, be a very pleasant company, tell us stories.
Okay. Once at band camp.
This one time at band camp.
Robin, no, we haven't really got any themed flights. We don't tend to do that during Worldflight. I think Peter might be cooking something up. We were talking about when to have the booze cruise. There isn't an obvious leg to have the booze cruise this year.
Paro. I think that would be hilarious.
Yeah, that's going to end up on the side of a mountain.
Oh, obviously, yeah, 100% they'll end up on the side of a mountain. But it will be hilarious.
VAV stories, oh good grief.
Who's doing Paro? Is it Gary?
And parking, yeah. With some social sec.
Who's flying?
Gary. It's Thursday, I think, isn't it, we get to Paro? Is it Thursday we get to Paro? We seem to make really slow progress and then get across the world really quickly. Because if you think, we're not even in North America yet.
I think this bit's much bigger than we think.
Huh?
This bit of the world is much bigger than we think.
Maybe.
Dave, are you planning on streaming after Worldflight?
Never. Not for you ungrateful people. Just give me nonsense all the time, so I don't stream.
Would you do it for me though, Dave?
I'll do anything for you, mate.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Take out Benny. Let me know. Click your fingers. Done. Gone. Problem eliminated. No, in all seriousness, yeah, I'd like to stream a little bit more. As I said, I've got no real excuse not to now. Wedding's done. Work is still busy, but manageable at the moment. I haven't got any pressing deadlines, so I've got this week off. So, I'll do my very best to do a little bit of streaming.
Center, Air 3128, 1,500.
Do you know what any of these are?
This one's strawberry.
Okay.
That one is like a toffee coin.
Yeah.
That one is, I believe, a caramel.
Do you like nuts, Park? You do?
That one's like a coconutty one.
Yep.
Oh, apart from the coconut.
Yeah. That one is like pure chocolate. That one again is like chocolate with like a little bit of what's it called?
Not praline.
Well, mean, it's soft, but not caramel. It's like a truffle. That was like a truffle.
Yeah. Honeycomb, I think.
Honeycomb.
Yeah.
I don't know which one in this lot is coffee. I don't know if they... Oh, that one's nice, purple. That's got a little nut in it. So if you've got a nut allergy, give that one a go and we'll see what happens.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Give me nuts as well.
What?
Make me explode.
Really?
Yeah.
What is wrong with your digestive system, Craig? Tell me and Dan a story. When did you first develop gastric issues?
It's always been there. Always in my life. And I'll show you something. It is related...
I don't want to see anything, directly.
No. It is related to that.
What, the fact that your arm is peculiar 1,000 ago?
Yep. Yes.
Right, okay, so I need some more elaboration on this. I don't believe this science that you've got here.
So the reason why my arm can do that is because I have a lack of collagen in my skin, and it makes the skin stretchy. So all of my internal organs are all stretchy. So when my intestines and stuff have food go through it, they're all stretchy, so they can't sort of contract.
Oh.
So they can't move the food around.
Oh.
So that's why I get sort of IBS symptoms.
And have you been diagnosed with IBS?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah, but unfortunately it's nothing that can be cured.
The only thing I've been diagnosed with is chronic laziness.
Have you?
Yeah. Valentina diagnosed that shortly after we met. Still married me though. My performance in the bedroom did that for me. Dan, do you want me to treat you to a little something? A little something. It's only a little thing.
Still quite worried.
It's a left arm bicep flex. So guys, reminder.
See mine?
No.
For a laugh, yes.
For a laugh.
Yeah.
D22 low says please don't do that, it's freaking.
Oh! Look at that, it's got some definition on those little ones. I mean, they're about, I could fit my finger around like that, but he's got some definition on them. So, a reminder guys, all jokes aside, we are raising money for Mental Health Research UK. As this is the dark sector, this is the late one. I don't think we're doing a giveaway this flight. But if you have any spare change, if you're pissed and thinking I want to spend my last £10 on supporting a really great cause, look no further. We are that charity, and we're going to target this year of 15,000. We're at 8 at the moment, I believe, and we're obviously looking to raise as much money as possible. Last year we got a crazy total of 30 grand, which we would love to surpass. But we're being realistic and setting our target at 15. And no, it's a really, really great cause. Got loads of giveaways to go though, haven't we?
We have.
Yeah.
What is this, flight number 9?
Yep.
Are we on now? Let's have a look. 10. 10 flight at Worldflight. So we've got another 38 flights to go.
Yeah, so we're about a quarter of the way through.
Yeah, just over, yeah.
So test flight 357.
Is Tyler, if you want to call him by his appropriate name.
I will both call him by his given name. Hello Tyler. That's a question. If you had £500,000 to spend, what car would you buy?
If I had £500,000, oh, that's a good question. Now the issue is, £500,000 did you say?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's really, is it?
No, that isn't enough. I was going to say if it was £250,000, then I would struggle. Because I'd be very close to the dream car, but I don't think it would achieve it. With £500,000, I think I wouldn't have money left over. But whatever the new Lambo is, I saw it on a video being delivered to a showroom in London, and holy shit, the thing is unbelievable.
How much is that?
I would reckon it's probably 350.
Yeah.
That's what I'd go for then. Lambos all the way.
What do you spend the rest on?
I'd buy you a small gift.
An RS4.
Maybe another one of those fart bells to see I could have them in different locations
yeah.
in the house.
Not a Thai bride or anything like
Not a
that?
Thai bride, no. Why do you need a Thai bride, mate? You're a good looking boy, go out to a nightclub, throw some shapes, pick up a nice little hottie.
Oh yeah, thanks mate, yeah, it's worked well for me so far.
Yeah, but you've already gone out partying with Benny, and his dance moves are obviously far superior to yours.
Of course.
Which you have to take into consideration, you know, if you took parking out dancing, or for example, Peter, who tried to dance earlier, which was...
Did he?
Oh, he was trying to dance like that French bird that he was watching at Glastonbury.
Yeah.
And I...
what did he think her name was?
Sue.
Yeah,
Susan.
Susie.
Yeah,
Horrible.
Susie, Susan, Sue. He was adamant it had a Sue in it.
Right, and what was her actual name?
Christine.
Right.
Yeah, very close.
Ultrakursk. Hello, I think, yeah, you're one of the ATC, aren't you? Possibly.
So
Hello,
what would
good
I
evening.
spend £500,000 on?
No, which car would you buy was the
Oh,
question.
is it...
Yeah,
more
car.
specific.
Does it have to be a... Oh, what car?
Would you
not
get
a
a
car
2008
person, are you?
shape Focus?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, a
Stick
brand
with
new
Focus.
Focus.
Yeah.
1.6.
Yeah, 1.6 diesel.
Don't know. I don't really know my cars, to be honest.
You're not a car
That's
person, are you?
evidenced by the car you drive.
Say again?
That's evidenced by the car you drive.
Oh, thanks. What do you drive now, Park? You haven't got a
BMW.
Volvo, have
Just
you?
there. No, I haven't got a Volvo.
Did have, didn't
Beamer.
you?
Yeah,
Right.
Beamer.
You had an S60 before, didn't you?
No, V40.
Ah, V40.
It's the black Beamer just out there, just there.
It's very nice.
Just there.
If you want to know the license plate, it is...
Go on then.
I know it's 66.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, if you're happy with the stream knowing, I'll put it on Facebook later.
No, no, you're fine.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to get an affordable, very nice fast car, you can't really beat the Audi R8 if you got the V10.
Yeah. Which is basically a Lamborghini underneath.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Audi own Lambo.
An
Basically,
RS4 for runarounds.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if I'd go for an RS4 or I'd go for the new RS7. But I wonder if that's too much like the RS, what did I just say? The RS8. Yeah, the RS7. The RS7 is a big car, but the new one looks unbelievable. What? So the trouble is, BMW don't really have, with the exception of the Z4, a sporty looking car, do they?
M3, M5, M4.
Yeah, no, you got the M3, M5, but they're just M versions of the saloons.
True.
Although really, the M3 and the M4 are saloons. The M4, what is that? Is that like a coupe?
Yeah, I think it is.
It's a big coupe,
yeah,
isn't
big
it?
coupe.
I saw a BMW 2 Series. I just don't understand them. They're like what used to be a B-Max with Ford. They're like squished. The 2 Series BMW. It's like a box.
Yeah.
Looks like an old Ford B-Max. Which is probably
No, that's not the 2. That's a.
It's a 2 Series, mate.
It's a 2 Series something or other though. Yeah.
What about Jaguars?
It's not the
and
normal
stuff?
2
Jaguar.
Series.
The F-Type,
Yeah.
which Gary is very interested in,
Yeah.
is a beautiful car.
Yes.
I looked at that when I got my Audi,
I can't remember what my brother's got. I'll have to find out.
and I decided that I think I'm too young to own an Audi, to own a Jaguar. And the rationale behind the rationale behind that is the F-Type maybe I can get away with, but I think you need to be over 30 to own a Jag if it's an F-Type.
Yeah.
If you want to own like a XF, which is like the saloon version,
Yeah.
I think minimum 45.
Right.
Can't go into a club and say, oh, do you want to go home with me? And she's like, yeah, what car do you drive? Oh, I drive a Jag. She'll immediately think, you're old enough to be a father.
Yeah.
Not that I'll be doing that anymore, in case Fontaine's watching, obviously.
What do you mean anymore?
Well, prior to meeting her.
Hang on. I think my brother's got an XE. I think.
An XE.
I think so.
I don't know what the XE looks like. I want to know why that does the sequence.
Yeah, that's not right. No, the 2 Series you're thinking of is those got people carrier things that aren't the coupe, and the interest rate on them for the CPC is about half for a normal car.
Really?
Which basically tells you that nobody wants them.
Yeah. No, I can't imagine they're high in demand. I think realistically, next car I would love an SQ5, which is like the mid-range 4x4 Audi do.
Yeah.
But it is rapid. Get the 3-litre V6 turbo in it, and it will move some. I mean, a dream car would be the RSQ7, but I think that's bloody expensive.
Test flight, yeah. Dave, not this Dave, the other Dave who's not here, has got an M2.
Oh,
the
yeah, he has,
first
doesn't he?
20 odd M2s in the country. It sounds like an absolute beast when he fires it up.
Yeah, it's pretty beautiful, the M2.
Yeah, okay.
And then Jimmy's got the Focus RS,
Yes.
which again is a lovely car.
Silly, daft car.
A lot of fun. Especially on local 30-mile-an-hour roads, I can imagine it's loads of fun.
Does the Range Rover Velar not interest you, Mr. Riggles? Lord Riggles.
The Range Rover Velar.
I
I don't even know what that is. Range Rover Sport, yes. Evoque, the Evoque I did really like until in Essex every single person bought one.
John 1471.
I think if I was to get a car like a Range Rover Sport, I'd have to find a very good reason to move away from an Audi Q7.
One possible, sir.
Are we there yet?
Mate, we've got 1,000 miles to go, yeah.
Oh. Yeah. This is a long old leg, actually.
Did everybody watch Lewis Hamilton raise the Formula 1 World Championship at Mexico? Much to the delight of Sebastian Vettel.
That was last week, wasn't it? Yeah.
And for those in chat that are interested in Formula 1 and witnessed the Grand Prix and witnessed the incident between Vettel and Hamilton,
No, he drove into it.
hey, I agree entirely. Vettel knew exactly what he was doing. He just fluffed it because he knocked too much of his wing off. I don't think he realised that his end plane had already gone because of Verstappen, and he just ripped the rest of it off with Hamilton.
Have you guys seen the hideous Maserati Levante?
Can you refrain from doing that?
Sorry.
Have you seen the Maserati Levante?
I don't think so. Nice.
Hideous, apparently.
Have we got? Do we need to permit people still?
What for? Links?
Links, yeah. Someone, if you want to put a link in the chat, let us know. We'll permit you, and you can show us a picture
I'll
of it.
permit pomegranate.
Yeah, pop a picture in their pomegranate. I'm interested. But I'm really sorry, guys. I would love to be able to talk to you directly rather than via parking and Crag, but I can't get the chat on my side, which is rather irritating. Let's lean over you, babe. What are we talking about?
You can.
You sure you can't get it up and running?
Night, guys. Night to the Eternal Pilot. Very nice, night, mate.
Pass me your thing.
And also, I've noticed I'm on 2% charge, yet it's plugged in.
Ah.
Which is an issue.
Very good, Brian. Yes. An excellent summary there.
What did Brian say?
Oh, for goodness sake. Calculating evil little kid. Don't worry about pomegranate, it's just the permit didn't really work. Oh no, God no.
You now ban someone.
Actually, I can see that's the sort of thing Dave might want, but no, I just wouldn't go anywhere near one then.
What might I want?
One of these Maserati. Probably out your.
Oh no! Because you know what that reminds me of? The XF, which is a Range's version of that, a Jag's version of that. Actually, I can hear him a lot better like that.
Yeah, we
Put
can.
him on speaker.
Yeah.
Maybe turn it down slightly.
Sorry for touching the leg.
That's alright, mate. It's fine. Enjoyed it.
Okay, sorry guys, we're just trying to get ATC on the speaker so we can...
Yeah, it would be the
hear a bit
F-Pace I
better,
think you're talking about. Death Quiver, not overly, no. So, well, yes it is. The trouble is we run a lot of software to get the sim in the state that you can see it now. And we're running 3 instances of P3D for the visuals out the window. We're running another instance of P3D on the Twitch machine so you can see what's going on outside. We are then running PSX, which has got a multitude of programs to give us weather, to give us accurate flight model, to give us the ACAR system. We got weather engines. We got a lot of stuff running. So, although if you just had vanilla PSX and vanilla P3D, it wouldn't be overly taxing on the system. Because of the stuff we're adding in, it can be.
That's why we spread the load across several different machines as well. So
correct.
it's not just one machine that is powering all of this. It's well, several machines. I think it's like between 7 and 9 machines that we got running. So. Able turn final.
So there's a chap in my office that drives a Ferrari 430. Is it the 430? And it is beautiful. It's white. It just looks the absolute tits. And
must be a bugger to clean though every time.
Do you know, it was funny, he pulled into the car park next to me the other day, and you know, I pull in my Audi, I think, oh, that's a nice car, I get out, and he pulls in his Ferrari. I'm like, I've not made it in life yet. And it had obviously rained while he was coming into work, and he was wiping the rain off the car.
That's how protected he is.
He was wiping the rain off his car.
Nice.
But it's a beautiful model.
What do you think about having, because in cars these days they've all got cameras now, what do you think about the in-car camera stuff?
Do you mean like dash cams?
Dash cams, yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're not factory issued, are they anymore?
No.
Not yet, but people are buying dash cams. I think, you know, they're a good idea because there's never going to be any ambiguity as to who's at fault in an accident, providing you've got front and back cams.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you're there trying to catch someone else out, and I see a lot of these videos coming on Facebook, coming on YouTube now, of awful driving UK episode of 143.
Yeah.
And it's just people with dash cams that are catching everyday incidents happen on the road, and they're saying that people are arseholes. And because they've got a dash cam, their driving style has changed. So that say if you know, misjudged a gap at a mini roundabout, you pulled out in front of them, rather than them slow down and bib, they'll speed right up and miss you by just a bit. Because even if they do mess it up and clip your back, then they can say you pulled out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they've got the protection of the dash cam.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know whether it's helping safety, I don't know whether it's actually, you know, working against safety.
Yeah.
What do you think, Dan?
My experience with seeing the people that have dash cams, they're the people who are expecting to have an accident.
Yes.
Rather than driving around normally. So I came across somebody the other day who obviously had a dash cam front and back in a clamped out 4x4 in the outside lane in the M1 at 70 miles an hour, while I would think I was the 6th person to undertake them.
Really?
Because they just sat in the outside lane completely oblivious to what was going on around them, but obviously terrified that the world is a horrible place and driving is very, very scary. So we're going to have some cams up to protect ourselves. So, yeah, people who are scared of having accidents have cameras, in my experience.
Yeah, no, I'd agree. Have you got a cam, Craig? Not jokes, no jokes, I'm not joking.
Camera where?
yeah.
Craig has cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
No, I don't have a camera in my car.
No. My dad bought my mum one when they got the new car, and he's made such a bodge of installing it. You know, you get in the passenger side, not that I very often travel with my mother, but on the rare occasion that I have, there's a cable hanging right in front of my face that then hooks around the sun visor, so whenever you pull the sun visor down, the cable falls down. And my mum is a very good driver, but she's, I think cautious would be the correct term to use without offending her.
Yeah.
In that she hasn't yet, I think, found out how to get over maybe 2,000 revs in a car.
Okay.
And it's an automatic, so it's a very gradual acceleration, which I can imagine infuriates drivers such as BMW, Audi, 2003 Ford Focuses.
Yes.
So yes, I don't...
2003, did you say?
Is that a compliment?
Yeah.
What's yours?
2000.
Really, is it?
Yeah.
Is it a Y reg?
X.
It's an X reg?
Yeah.
Holy hell.
Yeah.
That's an old car.
It is. 17 years.
Oh, nice. Still going strong?
It is.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't understand the concept, the idea why they've decided to get a dash cam. Doesn't make any sense to me.
I've done 400,000 miles in the last decade. I've never had an accident.
Touch wood.
Without interest?
No touch wood, because I'm actually quite a good driver.
Yeah, but how many
need...
near misses have you had, or very close incidents would you say?
None.
None?
Genuinely, none.
None? Because I think...
Do you drive like my grandma?
No. Well, no, I couldn't do my job if I drove like your grandma.
Yeah, that'd be 200,000 miles.
If I drove like you, I can do my job. No, I just leave space. I drive quickly but sensibly.
Yeah.
I know that 60% of accidents happen in 30 limits, not on motorways.
Yep.
Could you ban Fupa Star, please, just for me? Just click on his name and just hit the ban. And then he'll disappear from my life and I don't have to be reading his nonsense.
Just give him a little warning first.
No. You press the ban button, Dan.
No.
Shove him out.
Far too nice.
Yeah, get rid of him.
How many miles on my car, Craig?
Yes.
I think it's about 84 now.
What?
84?
What?
Yes.
On an X-Reg?
On an X-Reg.
84,000?
Yeah, I left
He'll do that in his car already.
Yeah, I'll have to double check. I'll double check. It's about 84.
2.5 years, man.
84,000, Jesus. This is probably the longest journey you do though, isn't it, right? From your house to here?
Yeah.
And how many times are you going to go back home
and I
this
walk
week?
to work now as well, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't use my car for work anymore, I just walk.
Bloody hell.
So, yeah, I hardly use my car, I just come here and go to my parents' house, really.
Mine's not a year old, I've got
to get your washing done.
31,000.
Oh, yeah, My washing machine did break the other day.
How is your new house, by the way?
It is very nice.
You're on your own in there, though, yeah?
I am on my own.
I'm not saying it was like,
Yeah,
you got a house sharing. But no, it's a lovely step to make to get your own house.
Yeah, definitely. You own a flat, don't you? Yeah. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, it's I love having my independence and stuff.
Yeah, it's nice.
Just, sort of gets a bit lonely at times.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh, thanks, mate.
But once that Thai bride gets delivered, you'll be fine.
Oh yeah. It's several months in the process.
Just got to hope this one, comes via FedEx, rather than you paying the standard delivery rates and it coming via Hong Kong local mail.
Yeah. I don't want a Thai bride anyway. I want some European bird.
Nice. You want to follow my steps?
Yeah, why not?
Romania, as I explained yesterday,
Yeah.
50-50 split.
Yeah?
50%, 9 or 10s. 50%.
Ones or twos, by the same token.
Fortunately, Valentina sits in the right side of the
Right,
Of
okay.
course, because that's it.
So it's either black and white?
Yes.
Right, okay.
180,000 kilometres in your Lada.
What's that in real money?
That's impressive. 180,000 kilometres is about 120,000 miles, I would imagine.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Shall I actually go walk to my car and see how many miles?
Yeah, go and find out how many miles you've got in your car. We're interested.
Yeah? Right, stand by.
We've got 63.
The only thing is, I've got to run
Why?
to my car.
Oh, what? You parked?
I parked it round the side.
Oh, no, don't bother with that. No, CBA. No, just chill out. Don't go.
Chill out. It's quite cold as well.
Do you know what? I'm not a big fan of Vauxhalls. Rationale behind that is that I learned in a Corsa and it had the worst manual gearbox, I think, of any car that I've even looked at, let alone driven.
I don't think it can be as bad as a Suzuki Swift, though.
Oh, I haven't driven a Suzuki Swift.
Yeah, that's just what I learned to drive in, and that was just horrendous.
So this Corsa must have been a 52 plate, so still younger than your car. But it was awful. It was awful. But I've just seen Alex post. He's got 63,000 on an Insignia, and actually I think the Insignia is a very good-looking car. It's comparable. Yeah, it's comparable in size probably to ours, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So I think the Insignia is a really nice looking car. I think Vauxhall actually pulled it out of the bag with that one. The car I did see on the road, and I'm hoping Mr. Kelsey's gone to bed, because I know he's a big fan of Volvo. I was following an S60 when I was coming down here on Saturday, and it was a 67 plate. Oh, the arse on it was horrific. It was like what they did to that. What was the Volvo that is like a Focus size? Probably was out 2011, 2012. It's got like a.
I'd say that was a V40.
Was it a V40? Because it was. I hated it.
I used to have.
I don't know. Did you have a V40?
Yes, I did.
I don't know if it was that
For
then.
3 years.
It had that kind of arse to it.
Yeah, that
with
was
lights
like
here.
V40. Yeah, that's V40.
Oh,
yeah.
I hated that rear end.
Really?
I thought it was
That
awful.
bad? I thought it was alright actually.
Shit, I've just amended them.
No, it's alright.
But
I had a D4, which is 180 brake.
Oh, so it was one of the quick ones, yeah? Nice.
It did okay. So.
But I really didn't like that, and it looks like that on this new S60. It's like my other half loves the Nissan Juke.
Oh no.
I think it's got like
I spent
bugger
my
wires.
life stuck behind Nissans. I don't know why. But every Nissan 4x4 Qashqai Duke driver I come across seems to drive at about 30 miles an hour everywhere.
Well, I smashed into a Micra, so I've got a bitter taste.
Yeah, because they're doing 30 miles an hour.
Well, no, actually, unfortunately, they were parked, and I misjudged a gap. To be perfectly honest. Yeah, literally, they were parked. They weren't even. No one was in the car, and I misjudged a gap and crashed into him.
At least the car that I crashed into, it had people in it, so I got my money's worth.
Oh, nice. Good job.
Rear-ended them at a roundabout.
Pomegranate's got 130,000 miles on a 05 plate Mazda.
Flight Sim Andy, oh yeah, he's awake. Just noticed something, that Craig isn't wearing glasses.
Well, you didn't write correctly. You didn't read that back correctly.
I
He
did.
said 8.
8.
Very common word. 8 is not. So, would you like to explain to stream why you are not wearing glasses?
Yes, I would. So the reason why I'm not wearing glasses is because I've got contact lenses. So.
And you recently had an IOP, correct?
I did, yes.
And that was something went wrong because you were then back in a hospital a week later.
Yeah. Everything is fine now.
Everything's fixed.
I got some like floaters in my left eye. You know what floaters are?
No.
So floaters in your eye are sort of detachments in the sort of, what do they call it? The vitreous humerus jelly or something in your eye. And
is that the red squiggly lines? Is that kind of thing?
No. So the jelly that holds sort of your lens in place and stuff, it can have different densities in it.
Oh, okay.
And there's you can also get some bits of the back of the retina sort of detached from it, and they're called floaters, and it produces shadows on the back of your eye, so you can't see stuff very well, and they sort of float around in your eye, so they're continuously moving. And if I sort of look now, if I look at you now, I can see a floater over there.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And it's like a shadow on my eye, but they go over time. But they were.
Do you get headaches and stuff off them?
No,
really.
No, it's looking at the computer screen. If you're trying to read text on the computer screen, for example, and you're seeing this floater,
it's a real distraction. Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrendous, but.
Is that why certain elements of your codes don't work?
Say again?
Is that why certain elements of your coding
because
doesn't
I
work?
can't see it.
Yeah, it's got no idea what he's written.
No. It's like, what? But if I close my left eye, then I can see sort of perfectly without the floaters.
Yeah. Oh, is it only in your left eye then?
Yep. Yep.
How unusual. See, I get migraines very rarely now, maybe once every 6 months, but I think that's attributed to my sight. Although my sight is pretty good, I've never felt the need for glasses. I think probably long distance. I mean, I don't have trouble reading road signs and things like that, but maybe at work if they've got like a poster up or something that's, say, 50 metres away, I might struggle to read it.
Yeah.
But I think my migraines might be slightly attributed to my sight.
When was the last time that you had an eye test?
Probably 5 or 6 years ago now, I guess.
Need to get one every 2 years or something like that. So,
see, I can get one as part of my Boop healthcare, and I think I might do it this year because I had a musculography, which was basically this. Let's just say this well-fed nurse at Booper.
Okay. Yes, yeah.
Read into that as you will.
Yep, yeah. I get the picture.
She basically told me to do certain exercises, certain stretches, to see how my body would react.
Yeah.
Now, I weigh 18.5 stone. I have a 49-inch chest. My arms are pretty big. My shoulders are pretty big. I'm pretty big in most places, apart from apparently my legs, dickhead. And she asked me to, you know, when you put your hands behind your back, to touch my hands.
Yeah.
Now I can get nowhere near. I'm probably about a foot away from my hands.
Yeah.
And she was going to me, yeah, so you can do well. You're flexible, very good. Selling point for your Tinder profile. And she said to me, "Oh, that's really bad." And I was like, "All right," but I go to the gym. I lift a lot of weight. I've got a lot of muscle mass. You've just done my BMI. You've just done my body fat. My body fat, all right, is around 21%, which isn't great, but it's still not bad. You can see I'm a big guy. Just like, oh, wow, I'm gonna have to tell the doctor about that. I'm like, go on then, Gene. You tell the doctor about that. Anyway, I go into the doctor's office. Oh, the other thing she did a blood pressure check.
Yeah.
So they have the sleeves around the arm. She puts one on me and goes to pump it up, and it just goes straight off my arm because it's too tight.
Yeah.
She goes, "Oh, I'm gonna have to get a bigger sleeve." I'm like, "Oh, are you? It's Pooper. I'm paying a lot of money for this. I'm sure you've got one." So she puts one on. It's like you can hear the Velcro's pulling a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, she does the test, and it comes back that I've got high blood pressure. Shock horror. She's been fondling me, putting sleeves on me and whatnot. So I then go and see the doc. Firstly, he says, "Stop listening to her. She's talking nonsense about the fact I can't touch my arms together. It's obvious why I can't. I'm, pretty stretchy. I can get away with it." And he said, "Oh, so I understand the nurse says that you've got you're reading for high blood pressure." I said, "Yeah." She did the test and came back. He goes, "What sleeve did she use?" I said, "I don't know, John. She used the sleeve she had." And he went, "Oh, I'll go and grab it from her." And he goes out and he comes back and goes, "That stupid woman. How the hell can you get that sleeve round your arms? Is she stupid or something? She is absolutely useless. Don't listen to her." I'm like, "Well, thanks very much. I've just paid well, I haven't, but the bank's probably just paid £700 for that assessment. I've been told to not listen to her." Money well spent.
Yeah, at least you didn't have to pay for that. We get a lot of people, sort of health people come into work. I'm not obliged to have one because I'm a contractor, but all the permies, they have skin checks, blood checks, eye tests, but they have people come into work for that, so they don't have to go out off-site. They have sort of mobile places, and they come on-site and book an appointment.
Yeah, we actually get a day off work. They actually say, take a day to do your assessment. It's only a morning normally, so it's like a free day off. But we have to go to an actual Booper clinic.
Yeah.
And I pick one that's close to my house because it's just convenient for me.
My mum actually used to work for Booper.
Did work at the Wellesley in Southend, did she? As a nurse?
No.
No,
she's not a nurse. No, she's
I'm just checking.
a sexy Terry.
Really?
Yeah.
Can see a Facebook ad coming on. Friends had, hi friends, how you doing, dude? I had eye surgery last October. My other eye surgery is September just gone. Nice.
Oh.
Liam, I am not really old. That's Dan Parkin. And I definitely don't skip leg day.
I'm just not sure.
If Andy had one of those checkups, they'd put him down. I can't believe we're still on this guy's frequency.
I know.
Yeah,
He's probably said something to us, but
there's some gaps and things, but I think he's just trying to cover a lot of area.
I just want to go to Unicom and go to sleep.
Yeah, it'd be nice just to, if we, on the next sector, we could get a cell cow check. And have it on cell cow and just tune voice.
Yeah.
Pretty busy, actually, still pretty busy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How many flights you got around us?
Good half dozen.
Really?
At least, more than that probably.
Hi Matt, how's it going, sir?
Good morning.
Hi Slimlex. And hi M1961 Lee. Hope you're well. So we are off to Petropavlovsk. And then from Petropavlovsk with a next crew, which I think is Tim, Benny and Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy, yeah. I need to ring my bell.
Are taking this thing off to Anchorage.
Yeah.
And then we start touring around North America over the next sort of 24 hours, and then we head down to South America. Oh, do we get South America? Yeah, we do, don't we? We go down to Peru in the
just a little bit.
The north.
Yeah, we do go in Peru. Yeah,
Yeah.
True, actually, yeah, further north, I think. Yeah.
Right, 34,
one rep max for squats. Actually, to be honest, Alex, I don't do squats. I do leg press. When I was at a school holiday to Calgary, I went skiing and I twisted my knee on my left side, and since ever then I've been very weak on squats, and I really struggle to get the form correct. And I was told by my that's a horrible noise. Been turned down immediately. Yeah, I was told by the trainer at my gym that I should focus on leg press and hack squats. So leg press, my 1 rep max is 625 kilos for one. And I probably wouldn't go that heavy again. It was a really tough press. I would say probably my spotter was taking an element of that, but it was all right. For reps, I tend to go for 450, something like that.
I should really go to the gym with you, Dave.
It would be hilarious. I mean, it would be a good laugh. I don't know whether it would be beneficial for you, but it would be a good laugh for me. There's already frost on the ground apparently outside.
Yes. It is quite cold outside. It's nice and warm in here, though. Fall asleep.
Tyler, I think actually San Diego is not one we're particularly worried about stands. I think someone like Paro and Samos were slightly concerned. Innsbruck, but San Diego maybe not so much.
We might actually land in the dark here.
185 kilos on leg press or on squats, because 185 kilos on squats is freaking heavy. I'm not discouraging Craig. He knows that he's very welcome. If he wants to come train with me, he can, whenever he wants. Was it last year at Worldflight when I did the press-ups with you on my back?
I think so, yeah, and I did the 150 press-ups.
Because I managed to convince the chat that for every £1 donated, you'd do a press-up. And we had like 160 quid in 10 minutes.
Yes. Yeah.
So you had to do 160 press-ups.
I did, yeah.
And you did them very well.
I did, yeah.
I mean, they were appalling, really. There was a lot of weakness in those arms.
Well, yeah.
But fantastic that you got through them all.
Yeah, yeah. I couldn't drive home afterwards because my...
Yeah, your arms were...
I was,
yeah.
And tugging off was quite difficult as
Sorry.
But he struggled through. Can't miss it, 7 o'clock. Yeah, Samos is Thursday, as is Innsbruck. Thursday is a good day. So me and Mr. Kelsey have got the pleasure of doing both Innsbruck and Samos together. Ultra KRSK, yeah, I'm not sure what scenery we've got for Petropavlovsk, but Gary assures me that it's very nice scenery, so I look forward to seeing it in person.
I think there's an aerosoft.
Is it really?
Memory serves correct, yeah.
It's not a destination served by British Airways.
No, it's
so
not.
It's not one I've visited, to be honest.
No, it's very good though, I've been there before. Excellent.
Yeah.
I have too much free time on my hands.
Oh, Craig, you can tell you're living on your own now.
Oh, yes.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Innsbruck's, I mean, to be honest, both Innsbruck and Samos are challenging times. Innsbruck because it's early. I think we do our lander to Innsbruck. But it should be, the sun should be out by the time we get to Innsbruck. It's an early start, but I think the sun should be out. I think we're due to land about 7 o'clock their time, something like that, maybe 7:30. But Samos is tricky because I think I did a test flight. I don't know if some of you saw on the Simfest Facebook page. I did a test flight into Samos to try and demonstrate the approach for people.
Are you actually doing it here?
Yeah, I'm doing the Samos one, and I think it's going to be dark when we get to Samos, and it's a tricky enough approach in the day, let alone at night. Do you have confidence in my ability though, Daniel?
Oh, for Samos?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be fine. Yeah. Having seen your videos, I think you know what you're doing.
Yeah, you think that?
Now, Samos is pretty low on my radar, to be honest.
It's a fantastic little airport.
If I wasn't going into Paro, it'd be right up there.
Yeah.
But I'm going into Paro, so, or one of the crew going to Paro, so I'm afraid Samos doesn't really feature. But it is, yes. That video shot is excellent. Really interesting approach.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate that.
It was.
Derek, yeah, you know what? Sorry to use a better term, and apologies for the language, but I think Paro may be a bit of a shit show. In that there's a lot of aircraft going to be getting into a very, very, very small and challenging airport. You know, we want everyone to give it a go because it's a fantastic reward when you get it down successfully. But we do kind of semi-expect some people to give it a go and not be able to, and maybe either divert or just
crash into the mountain.
Yeah. Or set up the situation that they're just on the ground in Paro. But yeah, it's tricky. Alex, yes, my brother's now back in Manchester, so I will be looking to make a winter visit, do a bit of spotting up there, go up and see him. Potentially not till the new year, but it's definitely in my plans.
You got any other siblings, Dave?
Just brother.
Oh, no sister.
Yeah, he's got himself a little bird. Do you want me to show you?
Got it. A little bird.
Yeah, she's 8. No, she's lovely. She's a really nice girl. I have no idea how he did it. I don't want to know how he did it.
The younger, older?
I think she's younger slightly.
Right. No, is your brother?
Oh yeah, my brother's younger. My brother's
Right.
21, 22 in a month and a half.
How old are you?
28, mate.
28?
Dead. I am practically dead.
When are you 29?
Thanks.
March. Oh, you're dead already, mate.
Thanks.
I'm older than you. Not bad. Not bad.
You're alright, ain't
Oh, you've done very well there.
I continue to complete tit.
Why is your brother a tit?
Oh, he's just, stupid.
No, probably not.
No.
No.
So he moved back up to Manchester. He was at Garrick over the summer.
Yeah.
And he got sent back to base. He's an apprentice, so he's going through his A1 and B1 licence. So he transported all his stuff back up in the car, and he put his TV on the back seat belted it in with like pillows on the front and the back, and still managed to crack the screen somewhere in the journey. Now my brother owns the Focus I used to have. You know, it's a powerful little car.
Yeah.
And he ragged it everywhere. And I can imagine he must have hit a pothole so hard that the vibration cracked his screen. He's an idiot.
At least it was his own property and nobody else's. So
yes,
he's only
agreed.
got himself to blame.
Agreed. Yeah, absolutely, Alex. I'll do that 100%. For sure. Hopefully once Mr. Davis has got through his gastric bypass. And just to reiterate, for those of you donating to us, for a £15 donation you will get a copy of PTA from Mr. Davis. He's very kindly offered that to anyone who donates to our cause this week, so thank you very much to Matt for that.
You say he's having a gastric bypass?
He is, December 4th.
Huh?
Scary procedure, but a very rewarding one once it's completed.
Oh yeah. Hasn't he tried losing weight in the normal way?
Yeah, but I think for some people they go past the point of being able to lose it.
Right.
Because they're just big.
Yeah.
Like I subscribe to a guy on YouTube called Boogie2988. You've probably seen some of his Francis Rages. It's what he's quite popular for.
Right.
He's like a really, really big fat guy that the skits after his sister's involved in some way, or he gets a video game taken away from him and he just goes apeshit crazy basically. And he's just had the surgery. And people get to a point where they're basically just too big to lose the weight. They can't physically go and do exercise because they're just so big.
Yeah.
So they can't lose the weight naturally. I mean, you're quite blessed. You've got, you know, slim genes in you. Whereas I think if I ate and ate and ate, I would just get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Whereas I think you could probably get away with eating a lot and still stay relatively thin.
Yeah.
Don't look smug discreetly there. Yes, that's my athletic gene inside me.
No, the thing is, a lot of people, I don't know if they would get jealous about it, but see that I can eat quite a lot, but I have to deal with quite a lot as well.
Yes.
So it comes at a cost.
Yeah.
So with like sort of bad stomach problems, IBS and stuff like that, so
Yeah.
you only sort of see this, but you don't see
Yeah, the other issues, yeah.
the other issues, yeah. You probably hear about them.
Yes, we do, yeah. And smell them, unfortunately, most of the time. Hi to ASY 121, hope you're well. I'm only kidding, by the way, guys, with regards to age. You're only as old as you feel. So Dan feels 127 years old.
That's about right.
I'm a bit worried when you went... sorry, hang on. I got a bit worried when you went from gastric bypass to remember if you donate £15. Thought we were going to win some body fat in a jar. Well, I can speak to Matt. I don't think that you'd want that, to be honest. It sounds quite gross, but I'll raise the idea with him.
Or as my mate's grandfather put it, you're only old as the woman you're feeling. So how old's Valentina?
She's 29, she's a year older.
Oh!
Cougar.
Cougar, wow.
I'm a toy boy.
Yeah. Good game, good game.
You're a smaller version of me, Alex. Most people are smaller than me. Pretty much. Arnold Schwarzenegger calls me for training tips. You're right in the back there, Dad.
I'm fine.
Dad?
When we were shopping yesterday, it was like father and son.
Oh, okay. He's granddad now.
I know, it's unbelievable, isn't it?
Step.
Well, it's the same thing.
It's not.
Yeah.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
It's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Is Angela that much older than you?
No.
Is she older than you?
No.
So you're old enough to be a granddad?
Technically.
The only thing I'd say I'm disappointed with the whole granddad situation is it wasn't me that fertilised the stepdaughter.
How old is the stepdaughter?
20.
Devastated, in fact.
Is she good looking?
Well, I think you have to say, don't you?
Yeah.
She's beautiful on the inside and the outside.
Right. Is she a MILF?
I don't want to.
I don't think
encourage you.
I don't think
Craig.
Parkin can define his stepdaughter as a MILF.
Well, she's a mother now.
There's a line being
She's
crossed.
a mother now.
Yeah, but then he has to admit that the last 3 words of that saying he would like to
Yeah,
his
exactly.
stepdaughter.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. I don't encourage any inappropriate advances, Craig.
Come to coding, Craig's a genius. Come to common sense, he's an idiot.
That's just my life all over.
Tyler, you know what? I haven't ever reached out to Paul about Worldflight. I know he's kind of stepped away a little bit from the flight sim scene. I know he was at Cosford a month ago. I really should have spoke to him about it.
Which one's Tyler?
Test flight 357.
Oh, okay.
But it would be, you know, it would be lovely to have Paul here. I'm sure he would enjoy it. I know he's doing his PPL at the moment.
Or who?
A squirrel.
Who's
He's
that?
very popular on Twitch and YouTube. He's got about 500,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Nice.
You know, big following on Twitch. Nice bloke. Lives about 20 minutes from me.
All right.
Hopefully we'll get a bit of a kick up the arse in a minute when we make this right turn.
Yep. I did whack it up to
8.9 I saw, yeah. Get that extra 0.1 of a Mac.
Yeah. It's actually made us 6 minutes faster. In 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Before. Quite good.
MW Aviation, evening.
Good evening.
Hi MW.
Derek, no, it's just whenever we get there, we get there. There's nothing deliberate about the timing at all.
Derek, I take your time zone must be like +7 to UTC, is that right? So we're +7 be Hong Kong maybe?
Yeah, somewhere around there. No, it's just when it's 49 legs with 50 minutes in between or thereabouts, and we just get to wherever we're going, whenever we're going then. There's no sort of deliberate timing at all. Because people, I mean, it's 2:30 in the morning in the UK, and there's still a lot of people flying this leg, so and there'll be a lot of people flying it in 12 hours time, kind of thing. So yeah, there's just a lot of people.
We're on the ground at
We've just gone past you, HSS. What are you giggling at?
Who's ASY 121 Alpha?
That's Aussie 121, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
We were worried about placing a live feed on our flight name, but after hearing you guys, our conversations about fecal matter transfer seems on point. Fecal matter transfer. Elaborate further on how that conversation went.
Yeah, you should hear what we talk about off stream.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, there was a point today when
pint glasses
were involved. Oh. Peter was trying to explain to Simon and Luke how to deal with a hydraulic issue. So the audience in the lounge became rather uninterested in the stream at one point, and the conversations were flicking between some rather unusual topics. FS 2004 Looney, it's another Andy. It's Andy who is one of the main developers on the FS Labs that is in our roster. Really good guy. Look forward to seeing him fly.
I think he's actually flying with me.
Oh God! And he hasn't been in the sim longer than you.
No, that could be
I think
quite
Worldflight
bad.
last year was the last time he was in the sim.
Yeah, yeah. But
So maybe mention about the rotation speeds here,
Yes.
so he doesn't do the same thing.
you could have mentioned it to me.
Yeah, but you were here on Wednesday with Gary, so I'm surprised you didn't see how he rotated.
No,
You don't really pay attention, do you?
no, I just fall asleep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly, Tyler, exactly.
Oh, I can now see top of drop.
I've been able to see it for a while. I've had my thing on 640 miles. What, will be 460 from TD, something like that? Ah, so yes, you are on the JFK flight with Andy. I think Timmy's social sec. I get the feeling Timmy's social sec. And you have to remember to enable the FS Dream Team scenery because apparently it's causing issues with other sceneries.
Yes, so I think we have to manually disable it. You see the
Contract
aircraft up
ahead,
there?
yeah.
It's pretty cool.
What? Just close my eyes for like 20
You've been asleep
seconds.
most of the afternoon
I know,
while I was doing
I know.
hard work.
Sorry, what?
While I was sitting in the simulator.
Oh, right, okay.
Did it
So-
with Sam James.
So
That was
what
hard
was the
work.
main reason why you burnt the garlic bread?
Because we're too busy enjoying the lasagna.
He only allowed us a very small portion.
Right.
What?
And who actually saved the lasagna from either burning or not actually cooking? I can't
Tim.
remember. And why was that?
Well, Dan didn't know how to turn on the oven.
Yeah, I turned on the grill instead of the oven and then fallen asleep. Having spent 3 hours making the lasagna, I'd like to point out.
He turned the grill on instead of the oven. What a
It
hero.
works. That's 2 dials. I mean, what sort of stupid oven has 2 dials?
Hi Glaswegian Aviator, how you doing? Am I jet lagged? I'm tired, mate, if I'm honest. So last night was a tough one. So we obviously started Worldflight. Dan did the first and third. Then I did the second. No, sorry, you did the first and fourth, didn't you?
I really can't. I did a lot. I did 3 legs last night.
Yeah.
Overnight last night.
So Parkin's tired. I had a really tough one. So we obviously started Worldflight, all very happy, and then about midnight, myself, Jimmy, and Luke went to sleep. Not together, for the record. Went to sleep, and then we woke up about 2:30 to do our flight that took off at 3:25. And then we got in, and I actually went to bed probably about 6:30 because I helped out with the guys that departed after us. I did the pushback and whatnot. So I went to bed about 6:30 and had to wake up at 9:30 to go and get breakfast for everyone because it was mine and Dan's time to host today. So I went and got everybody breakfast, and we've been up since then. I think Dan managed to get a few, maybe an hour's kip, something like that.
Couple.
It was broken, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because you were sat on the sofa, right?
Yeah, I've had about 4 hours kit since I woke up on Saturday morning.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd say I've had a little bit more, maybe 5.5, 6 hours. So I'm in a slightly better way. Plus, I'm much more younger and handsome than Dan. So got that on my side too.
It's alright. After this, I can go to sleep for like 6 hours, maybe 7.
No, you can sleep as long as you want, mate.
No, 12:50. I'm back.
12:50.
That's
Yeah.
when I'm back. I think.
Oh, for God's sake, what have I done to deserve that?
I think so.
Jesus.
That is bad luck to get 2 flights
Two on the
consecutively with
bounce.
you. That's horrendous.
Oh, thanks, mate.
I got saved on the flight that almost tipped Benny over the edge. That caused your argument. Because you're at university, aren't you?
Yes.
That's why you can't do the one on Saturday morning.
Yes. Yeah.
And I was meant to be with you on that one.
Ah, yeah.
But
Was
now I'm with.
I think I was flying that one as well.
Yeah, I
wasn't
think you were, and I was social second. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember who it was flying with though. Oh, Luke. It would have been with Luke.
I mean.
Don't worry, he's not awake.
So Dave, have you and the boys been on coffee? Well, Funny story behind the coffee. I mean, I don't drink coffee personally, but Gary did a great job of getting supplies like bread, milk, tea, whatever you need. However, he made a slight faux pas with the coffee in that he bought decaf. So therefore, you drink a cup of coffee and it actually has no effect in terms of keeping you awake longer. So he got quite a bit of stick for that.
Who's doing the next leg? So it's Tim, Jimmy and Benny.
Correct. Who's brought in the donuts? Well, Horgy bought donuts last year, didn't he? Yeah, well apparently so. I didn't see any of them. Surely Benny got there first. But yeah, we have got donuts. We've got lots of chocolate, we've got lots of crisps. I bought Doritos and Dip yesterday, and I have to admit, I think I probably stopped a bag to myself at one point.
At least he didn't go shopping with half a beard, though.
Yeah, I can't grow half a beard. Can't grow part of a beard, to be honest. When is Horgy arriving? Tomorrow, we believe. If he actually turns up and doesn't come up with an excuse.
I hate shaving.
I say I hate Horgy. Yeah, I hate Horgy. You hate shaving?
Well.
Yeah, I mean, I have shaved pretty much once a week.
Yeah?
At the end of a week, I get like some straggly stuff that I
have to shave.
I get a lot of abuse at work for. Oh, what? Do you just go poof if you don't?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, can't you like see it now?
I don't want to touch you, to be honest. I can see some things going on your face, but I don't want to touch them.
That's only 12 hours.
That's crazy.
Quite hairy thing.
Benny ate all the donuts last time I heard from that Facebook post ages ago. LUL. What is LUL? Laughing under laugh.
LUL. Took me a while to work out what LOL meant.
Were you thinking everyone's saying love you lots? Like, lots of love?
Love you lots. Yeah. Thanks.
You shave every other day? Yeah, I am lucky in that sense. For 10 points, 10 Timfos points that count to absolutely nothing. What was I referred to earlier as? A twink.
What?
Yeah, a twink.
Can anyone on stream, without looking it up, and I know that means immediately everyone will look it up, do you know what a twink is? Because I didn't. And someone had the audacity to say I was a twink. Momo. Yeah, you pretty much got it, mate. Yeah. That's pretty much bang on. Well done, Airbus operator. 10 points to you.
Straight to the point. Thanks.
I had no idea what a twink was. I was deeply upset when I heard. A small finger-shaped sponge cake with a synthetic cream filling. Yes. Yes, you got that right, mate. It's a level 19 character in World of Warcraft, completely geared to its max possible, used to participate in low-level battlegrounds.
Okay, that's a new one.
That's a new one. Yeah, I hope so, Glaswegian Aviator. I've invited him as my guest for the trip to Samos. So, yeah, by all means, we'll have him sitting in probably the seat behind me. And maybe we'll give him a little fly in the cruise or something. But yeah, no, absolutely.
Tyler said he's heard from someone that didn't know what YOLO meant. I didn't know what it meant for a couple
YOLO?
of years. Yeah, YOLO.
You only live once?
Yep. I didn't know what that meant. I was like, YOLO? What?
Ah, Chris, yes, I see you also went to the Urban Dictionary for the answer, because that's where I had to go as well, and I immediately recognised that description of a twink. So yes, yeah, I'm most upset when I was referred to as that. Dad, I don't think it's time for you to go to bed yet. I think it's middle of the day for you, but have a good one, mate. catch you in the States somewhere, I'm sure. ICYMI. I call your mum Ingrid. That's what it stands for.
Cool.
YOLO is a place of south of Sacramento.
I don't know what ICYMI means.
I call your mum Ingrid.
Oh. Why is that a thing? Why would you call my mum Ingrid?
That's not what it stands for. I've got no idea what it stands for. That was what came to my head.
Oh.
This is an incredible setup. Well, thank you very much, Tidal Force. I only have a Thrustmaster joystick and throttle. I thought to purchase FSX. Not exactly sure what your objective is. Our objective, go on parking. You explained you've been quiet for a while.
Oh, for God's sake. You were just in full flow there. And okay, so our objective for this week, because we started just over 24 hours ago, is to raise money for charity. This year it's the Mental Health Research UK charity. We currently stand at £8,000 for them, and last year we raised £30,000 for our chosen charity. And we're streaming for another 6 days, going around the world with a group of other simulators as well. And through the course of the week we'll give away some prizes and encourage you to donate to all the money that you give, every single penny, because we did this out of our own pockets, goes to the charity.
Thank you very much, Dan. I should have such a good job describing that. Can you tell me where babies come from?
Your backside.
Well, one would hope not.
ICYMI is in
case you missed it. Yeah, very interesting. MW Aviation, this is going to sound incredibly rude, but when did we meet at Heathrow? I'm sure I'm sounding like a complete arse now by asking that question, but I'm not sure. What happened to the flight information screen?
Thank you for your flight, sir. Good day.
Yeah.
134.43, 125. Good day.
Oh. Yeah.
American.
I hope not, Glaswegian Aviator. I hope not. I want to be in a decent state for Samos. But as soon as we land there, yeah, I think I'll have a beer to celebrate a successful landing. I hope. You know I don't know who you are, but you know who I am. That's terrifying. Donation. Donation. Ding ding.
So this is a £5 donation from George Clint. Thank you very much for your £5 donation. Something to keep you awake. Thinking of joining on VATSIM for the next segment. Kappa HD.
Kappa HD. Oh, thank you very much, Auckland. That was very kind. That certainly did wake us up a little bit. Thank you very much for that £5. And yeah, next leg, Anchorage to Juneau. So a really, really nice next. Sorry, no, it's not. Like technically, like Petropavlovsk to Anchorage, and then after that, it's Anchorage to Juneau.
Yes.
Radar, speedbird 47 Charlie, just confirm we're still on your frequency. We're 11 miles inbound to Manila. Ah, sup Matt, how's it going, dude?
Hello.
You're a madman, go to bed. Speedbird 47 Charlie. Just confirm you will remain on your frequency, Speedbird 47 Charlie. Okay, that's great. Thanks very much. Just wanted to make sure we were with the right person, so we'll expect transfer to Sugan to 1343. We'll await your call there. Thanks very much.
KLM 400.
Someone.
400.
Right, yeah.
100% has.
Korean profile. Roger, clear.
Tyler, as much as I think you're a nice guy, I don't know whether I could invite a stranger straight into my flat. I think my other half would possibly be a little concerned if I did that.
I'm not a stranger.
You're not a stranger, so maybe you can come and stay in my flat, but I have some reservations and some clear boundaries to set before that ever happens.
So I couldn't sleep in your bed? Or Valentina's bed at least?
No.
No?
No, there's probably not enough room for you. I take up quite a lot of the bed.
Oh, you would be in it?
Well, if you tried to evict me from the bed with Valentina, I would evict you from your life.
Oh.
So, yes. So, yeah. Anyway, we've discussed that.
It was worth a try.
Oh, you're on nights, mate. Fair play, fair play. Yeah, I get that. If you're on nights all the time, it's difficult to keep changing your sleep pattern. Daniel, so we're actually in a garage belonging to a residential address, and Gary, the sim owner, is blessed to have a very nice large house, so you can sleep probably 3 people in the lounge, 4 if we have a blow-up bed in there, a couple of people in the dining room. I've basically reserved the office where I've got a blow-up mattress and a couple of pillows and a duvet and a bed sheet and stuff. There's a spare bedroom and 2 beds in it, so we basically just all fly all over the show. And yes, yeah, if it's chilly, we all share a single bed. Absolutely right, Airbus operator. I really like to hear you guys are doing this for charity right on. I'm curious though. I'm not an experienced pilot. I understand the game is a simulator. Is this a game for people who already know? No, Tidal Force. You can be without knowledge of IVE control, by the way. You can have knowledge, no knowledge on flight sim and make it a hobby. And I think that's actually how a lot of people do start. But it's beneficial. If you have an interest in planes, interest in aviation, you will always learn a lot faster than someone that doesn't. And that's purely because, you know, you want to learn.
Good night, Andy. Catch you tomorrow.
Yeah, good night, Andy. Absolutely. Get some rest, mate. You've been an absolute trooper today. And again, pass on our love to Tracy and Paige for popping down to see us. They're always very welcome. Are we doing Doha together?
No idea. Maybe. Possibly.
There is a flight where we're definitely flying together at some point.
That might be it.
I think it'll be busy, Glaswegian Aviator. I think the European, Middle Eastern legs will be busy. Although actually I think we probably get to the Middle East in the middle of the night on Friday, if I recall correctly. I don't really remember the schedule off the top of my head, but yeah, no, I think it will be busy everywhere we go. And that's absolutely right, yeah, there's some great tutorials on YouTube for that to an individual aircraft. If you look up Chewy 94, Bellins, both of them are very, very knowledgeable.
I'll be back in the country.
Yeah, good advice from Liam there as well. Kerbal Space Program is very, very different. That's more about the physics and the calculations that go into it, which you can bring across to an extent into flight sim, but it's more about the actual physical handling that I think you'll struggle with to start with. For me, do you think in an emergency situation an experienced virtual pilot who flies study level aircraft can successfully make a landing? Daniel, I mean, I think you have control, I've got radios. I think a person who has a decent knowledge of a study level aircraft could certainly get an aircraft set up on an ILS approach and monitor an auto land, providing they have the knowledge of where it's appropriate to do an auto land. It's not going to work out very well for them if they do it on a Cat 1 ILS that terminates above the runway. However, I think flying an aircraft in real life is, if you're hand flying an aircraft, is a different kettle of fish to handle it in a flight simulator environment. Maybe not so much with this kind of setup. You know, we've got weighted flight controls that are very much like the real thing.
Yeah.
PSX has the fundamental flight dynamics that mirrors the real thing very accurately. But you know, give it an Airbus where you've just got a side stick, where the FS Labs is fantastic, we can't deny it, but I mean, I don't know, what do you guys think?
So I think, well, Gary and Benny have actually been in the, what's it?
Level D sims.
Level D
yeah,
sims.
MBA, yeah.
So they know exactly sort of the differences between sort of this sim and the Level D sims. And I think, well, they showed us a couple of videos of them sort of landing sort of first time, and they landed it quite heavily to start off with. And then once they sort of got used to it, got used to the differences between the simulators, then they were able to land it a little bit more smoother. I don't know whether the sort of the perspective is different, or any of the sort of the handling is different, like the sensitivities of the rolling or the pitch. So yeah, I think there are some sort of slight differences between, but all the concepts are basically the same. But because you get a different perspective in the Level D sim, then you got to change the way you sort of the way that you flare. For example, you got to look out at different reference points. So yeah, it's all sort of a visual thing. So yeah.
Without sounding funny, I mean, I know you haven't flown this in a little while, but I think Dad will back me up with this. Because the perspective has been improved outside, but it's, I feel that the image outside of our windows that we can see now is a little bit more warped than it was before, and I find that when I think I'm going straight, I'm actually going just left or just right of the centre line. When I'm on final approach, and unfortunately, you know, I don't know how many of you guys know this, but there's a little mark on the projector screen which we call our cheat spot, which was there inadvertently, but it's actually bang on the nose wheel, and you use that as a kind of a little support to make sure that you are where you want to be. But I actually think if you looked out in real life, the view that you would see out there is the direction you were going, which sometimes I don't get so much in the sim. Thoughts?
Well, yeah, that's a column mating screen that the professional ones have that are £60,000 a pop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Have you sat in a Level D sim?
No.
You haven't? No, it's different because they don't have projectors. They have mirrors. So when you look at something, you can sort of peer around and look at something. It's pretty good the way that they sort of reflect the image onto the screen. So it does have a different perspective. So when you actually move your head, you can actually sort of see a different perspective on things. So it's not a true projection, so to speak. It's sort of projecting on a mirror. It's like a curved mirror surface. I don't know how to explain.
Is it like a VR headset kind of way?
No.
Because VR's curved, right?
Yeah, it is, but it's... I don't know how VR works, though. So... Because...
VR's worked on one eye, has a very slightly different perspective to the other eye, which then gives you the 3D effect, correct?
Yeah.
This controller's getting quieter and quieter, I swear now.
Yeah.
It's getting late.
Oh, now it's loud.
It's my radio, by the way. Take your hands off that RT switch.
What do you mean, RT switch?
Oh, sorry, adjust the volume. I'll take that back immediately. Always a pleasure to see them. And yeah, absolutely, Matt, I'll give you a shout when I'm next down there. Do we plan our legs based on some events? If we do an ad hoc event, yes, we will have a look, see what events are around, but we tend to do our own thing, and we're very fortunate that we have a lot of good friends on VATSIM that will support us and come online if they see we're flying, so yeah, we're lucky in that sense. Yeah, so it's me, you and Benny from Amman to Doha parking.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I've watched a little bit of the Kerbal Space program on Twitch. It's not a game or a simulator that would interest me as such, but yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's good.
Dave seems like the kind of guy that could be a submarine door gunner, and I think Craig could be an in-flight missile repair technician.
Oh, I don't know if maybe they've misspelled that.
51, 0, go ahead.
Right?
No, the in-flight missile repair technician. I thought T-boy.
It's supposed to be nice to me.
No, Benny's supposed to be nice to you, and because he's being nice to you, he's now being mean to me, and so I'm going to pass on his meanness to me to you.
Right, okay, fair enough.
So basically, you don't get away with anything.
But I love you, it's fine.
Yes, love you too, mate. Yeah, we're the 47 Charlie, Speedbird 47 Charlie, Tom, I think a couple of guys kindly posted in the chat for you. I do notice that sometimes when I touch down right on the centre on the aircraft starts veering to the right no matter what. You just want to check maybe your axis assignment, make sure you haven't got like just a pull on one side. Did I answer Chris's question? Oh well, Chris, you know what can we do with this?
What did Chris ask?
You know. Oh, he's awake.
Sorry, I'm really struggling.
If you want, mate, you can go to bed.
No, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make it. It's
You're going to make it, yeah?
I'm going to make it.
Chris, in answer to your question, I'm not sure, but we will bring up that question with him tomorrow. We do have lots of till roll. But I thought it was just till roll. I didn't realise it was actually bought in special. We can check.
Should try using it as loo roll. Chafes like fuck.
Just taking off from Vienna to Mauritius now, that's a nice trip. See, if I'd had my way, that's where I'd had my honeymoon, somewhere like that. Mauritius, Maldives, Seychelles.
Still can.
What, do you want my ticket to go to the Far East with Vantana and I'll just go on my own to the Maldives?
Yeah.
Alright, done.
Sweet. When are you going to the Far East?
February.
Oh, nice.
Doing China, Vietnam, Thailand, Singapore, Bali, Australia.
Very nice. How long for?
Over a month.
Wow. Very nice.
Excited, mate. Very excited.
Okay, that's
No, Dad is fortunately not flying the next day. He flies at midday tomorrow. Is his next flight?
Well,
Dan,
midday later today.
And Dan has the pleasure of flying with me
today,
again. Don't you, Danielson?
Good.
Oh,
Enjoy.
Was it 12:50?
Yes.
I think I'm socialing, aren't I?
Are you?
Tyler, not just yet,
on
mate.
my phone. Yeah.
Not just yet, Tyler.
Who else is?
Visa requirements are a little bit tricky for Vantana actually for the US, so we'd like to do New York for sure. I know you're West Coast, but I would like to do New York with Vantana at some stage. All depends on if I work out how to make babies or not, as to how our travel plans will pan out the next sort of year or so.
I can tell you how it works. Probably not here.
Hope that. 134.3, and it's always a pleasure for us to fly through Russia. I hope you have a very good rest of the event and have a good rest of your day. Spirit 47 Charlie.
What's the frequency?
Frequency was 134.3, which was already tuned.
Spirit 47 Charlie.
Oh, I think that was an Australian accent, wasn't it? There,
Yeah.
saying something to us.
Making babies is easy. You just wait until the stalk drops one off. Kappa HD. Identified.
Petropavlovsk control, good morning. Spirit 47 Charlie with you. Flight level 350 inbound Tubla. Mike Kilo 5 Alpha arrival for ILS runway 34 left. Spirit 47 Charlie, thank you.
But we haven't got the start for that, so...
Need to look at the chart then, don't we, Craigie boy?
We do. So if I just execute that... Right, shall we have a look at some charts, David?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
Alright then.
Yeah.
Where are we flying into? UH?
Petropavlovsk. Uniform Hotel.
How do I use this thing?
I mean, to an extent, yes, Cole. The Dreamliner is meant to reduce jet lag. It won't eliminate it completely. But for example, if I look at the ECS page in the 7.4, I don't need to do that. I think that is wrong.
Yes.
That is too low.
Yeah, in the 7.4 it would be higher.
About 8,000.
Yeah,
500 feet for this
in
altitude.
In the Dreamliner it's about 6,000.
6,000.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to raise this as a point to go back to Hardy, because I think the pressurisation is wrong in the 747. It seems too low for the altitude. We actually noticed it on the trip from where did we go earlier?
What was the arrival, sorry Dave?
Mike Kilo 5 Alpha, I think it was, he said. Something like that. Something like a Mike Kilo 5 Alpha. Does that look right?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
And we terminated Mike Kilo, so that makes sense. So yeah, basically we'd expect the pressurisation to tell us that we have a cabin out of about 8,500 feet. In the Dreamliner that's dropped to about 5,500 to 6,000 feet, so it just makes you feel a little bit more comfortable, a little bit less tired, because obviously you've got more oxygen
at that altitude. The Dreamliner?
Yes,
you have.
to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic.
Nice. Which airline was that?
Thompson.
Thompson, very nice.
Yeah, no, it's a nice flight.
I flew Norwegian.
Oh, did you? Oh, you went on Norwegian to Orlando, yeah?
Yeah.
Norwegian are a great airline.
Yeah,
I think they're brilliant.
Good. They are good. And the crew that I was with had only been with the airline for about months as well.
Really?
Yeah.
They have been recruiting like crazy, haven't they?
Yeah. Did you see the picture that I put on the chat as well?
I don't think I did. It's not you of molesting a Norwegian cabin crew, is it?
No.
Oh, you look so cute. I think you should put this on the Simfest page. And the fact you're blinking.
Well, hang on. No, the pilot took several pictures.
Participle 80 Siberia 321.
You look so cute.
Oh, thanks,
I'm disappointed it's for 0.89 Spirit 47 Charlie. We're doing our best to catch up some time. we really would love to go a little bit faster, but our plane would maybe start falling into pieces. So this is the fastest we can go, unfortunately.
Okay, Siberia,
The screens are so big, aren't they?
Yeah. Huge. Yeah, look. What were you disappointed by that you were saying?
We've got an ACARS message.
Yeah.
We've got a message from VFT 11 Whiskey, but it doesn't say anything. Unless I print it, maybe.
Interesting. Yeah, that's the.
No, it doesn't say anything. Yes, Jorkland, we yes, we basically had a delay with some of the other crews. We're a little bit slow at getting going, so yeah. I bet that's the Aussies being incompetent and can't send us anything.
Probably.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. He's alright. He's fine. He's old. He's old. Remember that. Yes, we're not personally. Oh, I think Craig's doing a flight at 12 o'clock tomorrow, whatever that is, and he's flying again into JFK, so he's doing some of the US legs. I think my next flight is, I want to say Cancun to either Kingston or Montego Bay.
Because you're not in tomorrow or today, or?
I'm not in today, no, I'm next in Tuesday morning.
Right. Can I come up and pick your wife up as well?
Sorry?
Can I come up and pick your wife up? Can I come with you?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I'll leave you at Luton, but yeah. So if BA were to retire their last 747 today, what flight would they do in it? Oh, I've got no idea, Tyler. No idea. Someone get down a blanket. Yeah, he's so cute, isn't he? Oh, nice, you went in Avro Sim. Nice. Good work, Alex. I want to see if I can talk back to these guys. How do we talk back to other people? Do you know? Free text?
Free text,
Two.
yeah. So.
Control Giant 331, 350.
Giant 171, please check your maintain flight level 350.
Now, will this do it?
What are you getting at the moment?
What a crap!
You are
East 158.
higher.
Sweet.
Giant 331. Just checking, our at Spy here says I'm at the right altitude, and so does our altimeter. Giant 371.
Do you reckon that's a good message?
Yeah.
How do I send it now? Summary?
No. Oh, what did you do?
I said,
Go to edit.
yeah.
Then next, I think.
Accept.
3 more left.
Send.
Okay.
I think that worked. Send, yeah. No, probably said it twice.
Yeah.
LOL.
Thank you very much, Mike.
Yes, we are going to Cancun, yeah. I'm picking up the aircraft in Cancun, so yeah. Early in the morning on Tuesday we're there. slightly concerned we don't have a TOD at the moment, mate. Presumably because
I'm doing
still playing with this, yeah. I don't think the plan is to do a sim reset, handy-pandy, no. I think we're just going to keep going. It's been pretty stable actually for the whole flight, so we'll see. We'll see. ZKPY, I don't even know where that is. Is that New Zealand somewhere? Or is that China? No, because New Zealand is NZ, isn't it? Oh look, there's a plane up there.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
2,400 feet above.
Nice.
We've got a chap 1,800 below, dead ahead of us. Are you guys going straight back? Nope, we've got, we're turning around 5 o'clock UTC is when we're due out of Petropavlovsk. Oh, Pyongyang. No, not Pyongyang. No, we won't go there. Okay, Carl, see you tomorrow, mate.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, just check prepared right there.
How do you do, like, is that how you do 9,000 feet or above? Just
Yes.
9,008?
You actually don't need to do the forward slash if you don't want to, but it's fine now you've done it.
That's right. And I'll explain.
We've got an ACARS message. Did that work what I did? Uplinks. New? They're useless, they really are useless.
Idiots.
These bloody Aussies.
Right, so how do I do one between flight level 110 and flight level 250?
So, I'll show you. So, what leg are we doing it on? What fix?
MK.
Can you just execute what you've done so far?
Yeah.
Thank you. You want to do, what's the altitudes?
It says between 250 and 110.
250 or below.
Yeah.
And then we do 110 or above.
Yeah.
And it's for Mike Kilo.
Yep.
No, that didn't work. Stand by.
Don't think you do the forward slash.
It's 250 or below.
Yeah.
And then I think it's 11000 or above. I think it's like that. And it's Mike Kilo, yeah.
I don't think you separate it with the forward slash.
We're not going to make the flight restrictions in Mike Kilo. Flight level being outside of 110.
Ah, there you go. Yeah, bang on. Like that. What are these numpties doing? I'm having great fun sending messages to VFT 11 Whiskey. They still can't work out how to send one back, however.
Idiots.
Okay, and yeah, that sounds good, mate. So you're on the far left corner of the apron if you want to nose to nose. Okay, that sounds lovely. We will try and find you and give you a nice little tiss. Yeah, actually, I'm Craig's bitch, basically, aren't I?
You are, at the moment.
He's enjoying very much.
Shall we do some kind of brief? Into
Well,
where
as we
we're
did
going?
such an appalling effort out of Vladivostok, I think it's only fair to our viewers that we do a brief.
Okay.
So, tell me what your plan of action is.
So my plan of action after our fix at MK,
Yeah.
we shall what? We shall fly to LW.
Yeah.
So this is from the star.
Yep.
And then we go to Hotel Yankee.
Yep.
And then we pick up Hotel Yankee from there, and then we fly sort of around.
Like
sharp,
yeah.
and then we go back in.
Like a pair off the VOR,
Yes.
yeah?
Yeah, teardrop.
Yep, teardrop, yeah.
Yep.
Perfect.
Establishing at 2,100 feet. There is high terrain to the west and to the east.
Okay.
As well, going up to about 9,000 to the east. With the go-around procedure, it is going to be straight ahead, climbing to 4,700 feet, and then doing a left-hand turn, basically over a waypoint called Whiskey, and then flying back to Hotel Yankee.
Yeah.
No speed restrictions. What else is there?
Threat to the terrain for sure, yeah?
Say again?
Threat to the terrain. So what's that? What's the sector safe on that? Scroll up, it'll be top right. No, top right of that chart. Worst case is to the northeast, presumably.
Yep. So northeast is 13.5.
And best case southeast 4,000 is that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's perfect for our approach then.
Yeah, but we're coming in from the west, so that's 9,200.
9,200. So we want to be 9,200 until the beacon, basically, don't we?
Yep.
And then we start the drop as we come off the beacon.
Yep.
Airfield elevation?
Airfield elevation is...
No, on that top, just under the sector safe. That transit, I can't see the chart, sorry.
Yeah, so the trans out is 8,000.
Airfield elevation should be on there somewhere.
Yes, sir.
No, I was wondering if we go up onto a hill. I give up with these Australians, I've got no idea what they're doing.
So we got a decision height of, sorry, a decision altitude of 327.
327. So we'll go for 330, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Missed approach?
So the missed approach procedure is straight ahead, climbing to 4,000.
Yeah.
Then turning left all the way around, flying over Whiskey, and then Hotel Yankee to come back in again.
Okay. Climbing to?
Climbing to...
top to top of the chart.
Oh.
In that box, below the frequencies and stuff, there's a missed approach.
7,200.
7,200, so we'll set that once we're established inbound, yeah?
Yeah. And a max speed of 240 knots as well.
So I'll just make those reminders as and when, if a missed approach occurs, yeah?
Yep.
Cool. Considerations for the landing is that we have, if I do a recall check, we have the speed brake, we have the pin load, so it's manual deployment. So on landing, you will idle the throttles, we'll have manual touchdown, I'll pull the selection reverse, I'd probably suggest idle. I don't know, what's the runway length like at Petropavlovsk? That's that one, that's it. 11,000 is that?
Yep.
So, you know, plenty long enough runway, so probably idle reverse, and if we have a look at our weights, we're going to be landing with 27.5 tonnes, so 271 point, do 272. 272. Do you want flaps 25?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Flaps 25, so 272 gross weight. There's my...
3211.
272 with a dry runway. So order break 2 will get us stopped in 2,300 odd metres, so we can do order break 2.
Yep,
And that
okay.
should, and that'll
That
cover,
gets off at Bravo, I think.
and that'll
so.
work out really nice and take us to the apron, yeah?
Yep.
Perfect.
Fine.
Order break 2. Very good. Weather-wise, I suppose we can pick up some weather just to double check it. And we're going to uniform.
Nautical speed is currently at 3,300 feet, but then it will decrease when we get further down, so maybe at 3211.
Thank you very much. We have some traffic behind you, and to descend now. So please, no less than 300.
Sorry guys, we've kind of started the brief and got distracted away from the chat.
I confirm that this is 3,000 feet per minute, 300 feet.
Yeah, I know. No, we're not going to be mean to him. He's very tired.
Alright.
We're currently doing 3,700 feet per minute, which is 2,000.
Okay, so looking at the weather, 260 degrees 3 metres per second, which is 6 knots. Variable 2203 to 360, so you can imagine, expect some fluctuations. We got about 25 miles before our planned top of descent, if that works for you, so we can stay a bit higher for a bit longer, if that's okay. Okay, so plus 10 kilometres, broken 4,000 Cumulonimbus, Nimbus, which I presume is this weather we can see over the top of the airfield at the moment.
Yep.
And 1 degree, 1001. So icing could be a factor. We'll leave everything in automatic and not worry about that. Other than that, there's not really much more to discuss, to be honest, bud.
Okie doke.
So if you're happy,
Yep. I'm happy.
should we go with a descent checklist and then I'll take control?
Okie dokie. Descent checklist. Recall.
It should be me calling it to you, I think, actually.
Yeah.
So recall.
Is
Checked.
checked.
We're aware of both of those.
Yep, so cancel those.
Order break.
Is 2.
That's copied. Speedbird 47 Charlie. Is it that the aircraft behind us 2,300 above currently? And we can take descent now, Speedbird 47 Charlie. And landing data. Descent flight level 170, Speedbird 47 Charlie. I'd be inclined to go into flight level change, maybe.
Say again?
Go into flight level change, perhaps, so we can keep the speed high. Just select. No. Just go into selected, and then we'll maintain the Mac.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, sorry about that. Landing data.
Is minus
VREF.
so flat 25 and a VREF of 156.
And the Barrow.
Is 1.
No, sorry.
Oh yeah, 330.
Perfect. And the approach briefing.
As discussed.
Super.
Sweet, you
If
have control.
I have control, and if you just want to set 1001, that will be the our transit, the Q&H when we get through.
Expect ground speed for less than 9
Can I confirm altitude? We're currently actually cruising level 350, not 340.
350. That's what I said.
Enter the afternoon Boeing 3900, you flight level 370, we directed to Kansas.
Crashing point, Mike Charlie 01.
So there we go. We've now switched over roles, so I'm pilot flying temporarily, and Craig is in charge of the radios and as such. Yep.
Roger, 29 info in Reno.
I believe not, Gemma. I think we're having a few issues with the map at the moment, so it may not be 100% correct. But we'll look to fix it by the end of Worldflight.
Oh, I'll have a look now.
Yeah, I think Craig's going to go and have a look. Just watch out. Might need to push my trainers out of the way because they're right behind your chair. Just in case you can't go all the way back, my trainers are just behind your chair. Sorry, mate. Oh, apparently the map's still on approach to Nagasaki. How is that possible? Yeah, just put them towards the back, yeah. Yeah.
Petropavlovsk Center, Boeing 300 southeast of the Stockholm Island. Do you have us?
Negative.
Slept through that, you know, guys. I think he actually slept through Craig getting out of his chair. Oh no, he's awake, he's back, he's alive. He's alive! He's alive!
Not much longer, mate.
No, we're doing a high-speed descent for you, mate.
Thank you.
Get you to bed soon. So guys, reminder, we'll be on the ground in Petropavlovsk for probably, if we're on the ground in say 15 minutes, be on the ground there for about an hour and 15, just to allow some of the guys that are lagging behind to catch up.
Should we remain with you or contact Pavlovsk? Can come through?
0.39 if you are looking at that space perfect flight.
Pull that back. Pull it back so you got more room. Yeah, he's allowed a bit of extra sleep.
People 47 traffic, maintain indicated speed 300.
We're currently 320 for you, so we're at 47 Charlie. That was odd, no idea why that disconnected out.
Egypt Air 975, maintain speed.
I think I've fixed the map.
Super.
300 indicated international.
Siberia, C211, please maintain speed
Speed 280, Sending 32, go. Starts to be a small airplane.
I love it.
Nice. Can you just get the chart up on that for a second? Just on the ILS chart.
No, you can't get it over there.
Yeah, I know. I just want to look at the terrain. 1,000 to go.
Roger.
Belts are on, by the way.
Cool. I think that's already 20 minutes to landing as well. Oh, some nice terrain over here, look.
Yeah, and we've got some CVs.
Yep.
Right to our right. No, not a lot we can do to avoid those, actually. We'll go just behind that red.
Yeah. So that's sort of right over the airfield as well, isn't it?
Yeah. So we can expect some rumps and bumps on the way down.
Yes.
Aventador I'd have, Tyler. Aventador, 100%. And just got some anti-ice popped on there, which is not surprising, to be honest.
Mike Charlie 0.2. Can you find traffic? Thank you.
Okay, so that's Mike.
That's 47 Charlie. There will be a delay in
Sorry, expect to hold at Hotel Yankee, speedbird 47 Charlie.
So do we want to program that in? Is there a published hold for it?
There is, yep. So Hotel Yankee inbound left-hand turns is 269.
So inbound course 269.
Yep.
With right-hand turns.
Left-hand turn.
Oh, sorry, left-hand turns.
Egypt 975.
Yep.
Yep, that looks right.
You can also expect Hotel Yankee. No traffic.
Watch the speed there, Dave.
0975.
Ah, sorry.
Okay.
Didn't expect us to have a bug speed of that high. Do you want to just tell him that we've reduced to holding speed now?
Okay.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, contact radar 1.9 decimal 4.
1.9 speed 47 Charlie. I'll tell that current controller.
300 knots away, cross 25.
And radar speed 47 Charlie with you, flight level 170, and we're at holding speed and expecting to hold at Hotel Yankee.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, patrol this morning, canteen descent, level 130.
Attending flight level 130, speed 47 Charlie.
Delta 298, canteen descent without 100 kilometers, plus approach German 3 for left, the report established.
See you guys in the air, mate, see you in the air. What kind of map program are you using, Craig?
Say again, sorry?
What map program are you using, or is it a custom made one?
Custom made.
Beautiful. There's your answer, Aviator.
Yep.
Custom made. Also, Dave, have you been up for Goodwood and Festival Speed? No, I haven't. Nope.
Warrior Harder one established.
RG Hunters 25, please continue descent level 5. Continue descent 3,800.
3,800 corner 25.
Do we want to deviate just to the left to go around that red bit?
Yeah, might be.
Left 090, something like that?
Yeah.
Do you want to ask for it?
Yeah.
7200.
Lufthansa 512 negative, QNH 1001.
Just got to watch out for the high terrain as well that we got over there.
Yeah.
Qantas 25, engine 2100, your left to left approach on the 3 to left, report established.
3100, clear out of the approach, report established, minus 2000.
Delta 2983, contact tower, 118.1.
Might just bomb through this.
Contact tower 118.
As we were 47 Charlie is requesting left turn heading 090 degrees for weather.
Silver 47 Charlie, affirmative, and William
What was that? I didn't get the
No idea.
Sorry, turning left heading 090 degrees and say again after that, Spear 47 Charlie.
Silver 47 Charlie, after Voyaging, press direct Hotel Yankee and hold over Hotel Yankee.
Okay.
Okay, after the weather we'll proceed direct to Hotel Yankee and hold at Hotel Yankee. Spear 47 Charlie.
My make Delta 2983, contact tower 118.1.
Might be able to see the airport out to your right hand side, shouldn't you? Very shortly, it's about 10 miles away.
Qantas 2500, Chow 118.1 today.
118, good day,
Oh, the winds are all over the place.
Not liking this, is it?
Swing brake, connection. Lufthansa 4.2, after Hotel Yankee, White 255.
Might be best going
Yeah.
manual throttle.
EGT minus 25, approach morning, descend and maintain over 140, over 40, yeah.
See the wind gusts.
Yeah.
This Carlos approach, good morning, Spirit 3211,
Severe 3211, approach morning, maintain over 130, expect cold over Hotel Yankee.
Maintain 130, expecting Hotel Yankee hold, Spirit 3211. Somebody has to start flying on the frequency, it's thank you.
Should sort itself out, yeah, with visual with the airport down on my right hand side.
Cool.
Looking for 5
Lufthansa 5.2, affirmative.
Traffic crossing 10 miles ahead, 300 below.
Last station, you're unwindable, Lufthansa 5.2, affirmative. Okay, what's up? Qantas 6010, descent level 100. Descent level 100, Qantas 5010.
Might have to climb above him or something.
47 Charlie, descend and maintain level 110.
Tell him we've got traffic.
We got traffic below Spear 47 Charlie.
Give birth 47 Charlie. There was traffic, descended level 100.
Okay, descending flight level 110, Spear 47 Charlie.
I'm gonna wait until his I'll set it, but I'm not actually gonna start the descent until he's 1,000 below.
Yeah.
Qantas 6010.
Don't like this weather system here.
There we go. Some Pacific concept control, frequency 164, that's from the space from the start of the day.
Radar, good morning. Have a report starting from my information kilo.
Traveling force Charlie Papa, approach morning, descended missile level 150, hold over Hotel Young.
Down to Florida 157.
Interesting to see how it actually enters the hold here as
Yeah,
well.
I'm persuaded as well.
Charlie Papa, hold over Hotel Young.
Hotel Yankee up to Hotel Yankee.
Just seen a flash of lightning come out of that cloud there.
Yeah, it's not good, is it?
Nope.
1,000 to go.
Roger.
Lufthansa 5.2, continue descent 3,800. Descent 3,800.
Oh yeah, it's proper lightning.
Lufthansa 6010 to reach 1001, descent 7,200.
I'm hoping it goes straight across and joins the racetrack from the other side.
Yeah.
Well, it should do.
Yeah.
Shouldn't try and turn us right to join the racetrack. It should go straight over to the other side and turn left.
Yeah.
Left turn, our right turn.
There's on the chart.
Charlie, force Charlie Papa, left turn.
Left turn,
It's going to be interesting how it's going to do this. He might throw us into just a massive left turn to join, which may work out okay. See what it does.
Oh no, I see what it's doing.
Yeah.
Qantas 60, correction, gun 6010. After Hotel Yankee, continue while my 25 Alpha and reduce indicated to 1. After the Yankee 15 about 5 Alpha, reduce indicated to 200 Lufthansa 5.2, 512, continue descent 2,180 of third pilot approach from a trickle left and request match.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. You do get a sensation that you are banking left and right, going down and up because of the wraparound screen.
47 Charlie, descent level 100.
Descending flight level 100, speed of 47 Charlie.
100%.
Yeah, I think that's it. Entered pretty well, isn't it?
Didn't do a bad job actually, did it?
Gents, 1471 approach morning. Maintain level 154 over
Real
Nice,
hold,
there you go.
hold,
And Evelyn for Charlie Papa, entering the hold over Hotel Yankee, left turn.
Berlin for Charlie Papa. Siberia 3211 descent level 110.
We weren't actually given Q&H.
We weren't.
Siberia 3211.
Oh, the transition altitude's 8,000 anyway, so.
Yep, that can trigger that issue.
Yep.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, please reduce speed 220.
Flaps 1.
Okay, reducing speed 220, speed above 47 Charlie. Speed check flaps.
Sorry mate, I should have waited till you finished that transmission there.
Radar, g'day, Aussie 121 with you at flight level 170.
She 121.
Icing on the wing.
Morning.
Got
Yeah, it's been on for a while actually. They're in auto, it's fine.
Great.
Should manage it. It's actually the nacelle anti-ice there for the engines.
We're holding at Hotel Yankee, holding 121.
The France 4551, contact tower 118.1, good day.
118.1,
Speedbird 47 Charlie, please come free, maintain level 100.
Yeah, we're maintaining flight level 100 now, so we are 47 Charlie.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, please come free, official 1013.
AFA, we're on 1013.
Okay then.
I think that might be PSX causing issues there.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Egypt 975 descent, level 1.
Need to ask Mark about it.
120, you go, 975.
We've got someone joining above us now.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, no, below us. He's below us.
Yeah, 1800 below, yeah. Hi, Psycho Naut. How's it going, mate?
Speeding into 4180 hours, very full left for the southwest corner 60 10.
All that hard work to catch up the time.
I know. Oh. I don't know what our scheduled time was, but
3:30.
right.
So we have done better, so we left an hour late.
Yeah.
Icing on the wing. Oh dear. On. I think I might just leave that on.
Yep.
Just if we leave that on all the way to the ground, then remember that we'll have a higher EPA value, because obviously we've got losing bleed air onto the wing.
Yep.
They're Berlin, 4 Charlie Papa, distance level 140.
We're from the UK, mate, UK. Just outside of London.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, distance 7,200 by QNH 1001. After passing Hotel Yankee, continue via my kilo for 5 hours.
I didn't get any of
It
that.
was 7,200 after Hotel Yankee, direct Mike Kilo.
Okay. Okay, down to 7,200 after Hotel Yankee, just direct to Mike Kilo, Speedbird 47 Charlie. So we just go back around to Hotel Yankee now.
Potentially negative. After Hotel Yankee, continue perform ILS approach from retreat left via Mike Kilo 5 Alpha.
Ah.
Okay, Mike Kilo 5 Alpha after Hotel Yankee for the ILS runway 34, Speedbird 47 Charlie.
So what that is we come off of Hotel Yankee on a heading, which is, should be on the chart there, I can see it, tracks from the Hotel Yankee NDB. Is that line there? 254? Yeah, 254.
Yeah.
So we come off 254,
Okay.
and then we're cleared to intercept.
Oh, okay.
And did it...
Severe 3211.
It was definitely 7,200, yeah?
Yeah, that does make sense, because it does say that on the chart. 7,200 at Hotel Yankee.
Because that's probably to a sector safe, I guess.
Yeah.
Approach 173, taking go, Charlie from passing to down.
Golden Tiger 738, Shanghai approach and 1N. Radar contact, continue flight level 330.
Continue climb, maintain for level 330, correct 330, go.
And then
You were kind of in a little bit of a psychedelic state earlier.
Just
You were like that.
gone.
Don't worry, mate. We're almost there. Sorry.
Yeah.
We didn't anticipate to hold. We did our very best to get us in early.
very breast.
Very breast.
Very breast.
1, 2, go.
Checked.
And approach corner 6010 established the Worldflight from Contour 6010, tower 118.1, good day. Tower 118.1, you descend today.
And in the turn as well, when we're on the heading, just before the final turn, it's max speed at 200.
Checked.
Probably goes without saying.
Standard 1001.
Yep.
Oh bollocks, that dropped us below.
Gone well.
Huh? Yeah, I know. Didn't even think of that, to be honest.
Berlin 4 Charlie Papa negative.
Okay, continue, hold down.
Yeah, there's loads more PM Aviation, another 38 legs, spanning all the way to Saturday.
Hey bro, 47 Charlie, 2,800.
1,800 speed of 47 Charlie.
Siberian 3211 7,200 by NH100.
Traffic. Clear of conflict.
Where?
No idea.
And Siberian 3211 is originally 200 indicated, and after 5 Yankee continue via my 05 now.
These 200 after Hotel Yankee continue approach as published Siberian 3211.
Okay, flaps 5 please.
Egypt 975.
Reject flaps 5.
And approach checklist please.
Before some Charlie descent 2,100, the operator call is approach runway 3 full left, report established.
Okay, 2,100 cleared ILS runway 34 left, speedbird 47 Charlie. Will report established. Okay, the, what was it, the approach checklist?
Yes, please.
Altimeters?
1001, passing 5,900 now.
Checked, approach checklist complete.
Thank you.
James 1471.
Flaps 10 please.
For
Flap
information,
10.
Berlin 4 Charlie Papa descent to level 110.
And 110 of 4 Papa. Approaching Golden Tiger 738, technical request and test level heading 3, elevation 030, duty waiter.
Giant correction Golden Tiger 738, Tango. Approved, call me when ready when be able to both aircraft correction gold aircraft also.
Still quite a tight turn, I suppose.
Yeah.
Roger, and clear way and be ready to Golf A Golf Factor Alpha Romeo Golden Tiger 738 heading up.
Now, for Charlie Papa approaching massive turbulences, we request immediate descent. Immediately.
Immediate descent immediately. Okay, so 3-4 left.
Okay, fully captured, and flaps 20 please.
Flap 20.
Negative. Request descent for Charlie Papa. Massive
Whoa.
turbulence.
Whoa.
Thunderstorm to the right.
Yeah.
Berlin 4 Charlie Papa, unfortunately level 100 is occupied, so I can just offer a climb level 120 or level 130 and then descend to level 110.
This is not pleasant.
No, it's not.
Roger, could you give us
I've been on that cruise ship. It's like
mile.
P&O.
And then a whole
Not much happening on the chat at the moment.
It's ticking over.
Affirmative, fly direct 10 miles and then you have to make a left turn to the
Do you need to report for the established?
Oh yeah.
Roger, I will put
Speedbird 47 Charlie, contact tower 118.1, good day.
118.1, Speedbird 47 Charlie, cheers.
9.
Pete warned us about this, the offset.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll get us one. I'll take us over visually in a second.
Tower speed. No.
Radio altimeter.
Checked 100126.
Velocity 902.
Gear down, please, while we're waiting. Check in.
Hold of
Gear down.
Crest checking. Brake rating 1.601.
Actually, the back one at 60.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, ILS runway 34 left.
Flaps 25.
Map 25. Whoops.
Speedbird 47 Charlie. Start. Glad to hear certificate. And to be to a brake moving 024 runway 34 left.
Clear land runway 34 left, Speedbird 47 Charlie.
Landing checklist, please.
Landing checklist. Speed brake.
Is not armed.
Exterior lights.
Are as they're all on.
Weather radars. Oh, hang on.
What
that's
the
the
hell are you
after landing
reading?
checklist. Speed brake. Sorry.
The speed brake is not armed.
Landing gear.
Is down.
Flaps.
25 green.
Having a report.
Received.
Sweet.
I'm going to take over manually to get you lined up.
Velocity 90104. Have approved.
Approved, 12910.
Nope.
And power velocity 9256. Received. Yellow, I think it was. Request taxi. Velocity 51 minutes. Traffic checking in opposite direction.
Nicely done. I have control.
1000.
You have control.
Velocity 90247.
Oh, gotta get used to this pitch.
Yep. Very delicate, the pitch now. Check speed.
Velocity 90256, behind points from the hospital. Exit holding points, runway 24 left behind.
Looking nice, mate, very nice.
Little bit high.
777 taxi to left holding point, 34 left. Velocity 9656.
Touch bar. Look good on speed.
above. Decide.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Bloated that, didn't I?
It's alright. Reverses.
Cool. There is a taxi down
Forward
here.
idle.
Forward idle, please.
Forward idle.
Manual braking.
Hey, my radios.
Oh, radios.
Still there 47, travel to the left and hold position.
Okay, vacate to the left and then we'll roll down and just hold positions with 47.
So, good morning, Siberian 3211 ILS 34 left.
Very nice done, mate. Top job.
Yeah, it was a bit floaty at the end there, wasn't it?
Yeah, but first landing since for a long time, so don't worry about it too much.
What was my score in the end?
43%.
Ah.
That's alright then.
Fail. Disappointed with that.
Don't be disappointed, mate.
It was looking alright until I just sort of overflared it and then slammed it in. Oh well.
I think you were fine, mate, considering we had an offset localizer.
Yeah.
Unintentionally.
Set me up pretty nicely though, so.
So just a reminder, it was hold position, so I'd just suggest we can taxi along here. I think we're not going to get in anyone's way, but I'll just hold before that taxiway. Okay, via Charlie, standard choice. Speedbird 47 Charlie, thank you very much, and just for your information, pretty tricky conditions getting in here this afternoon.
Yeah, the crosswind wasn't nice, was it?
Going to take the APU?
Please, yeah.
34 left, clear to land, 3211.
Oops, that's right. So, I guess Charlie, you've got the chart there, is to our right, I think.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so just to our right, and then we'll have a look for a 737 that's jet sim. They want us to park nose to nose.
Ah.
If we can. Show some love and affection to the jet sim boys. So guys, 4 o'clock in the morning, we are still here for you. Just completed a nice trip to Petropavlovsk.
Civil apron.
Civil apron.
That's where we're going.
Just watch 17 knots, mate, otherwise you'll scrub those wheels. Do you want to lose 2 and 3?
Yeah, why not?
Stops the speed creeping away from us. You enjoy that, Daniel?
Yeah.
Daniel's
yeah, very good. Nice scenery around here.
Yes,
looks a bit chilly.
It does look a bit chilly indeed. At least we remembered the seatbelt signs, unlike a couple of other members of the crew that may have brought the flight to Vladivostok. Thank you very much, Psycho Nut, that's appreciated. Thanks, Andy Pandy. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I think our wing is probably destroyed in some of these trees, to be perfectly honest. Not sure if the width of this taxiway is suitable for a 747, but maybe.
247. They're on Airbus 320 on the final. Behind landing traffic, line up runway 24 left and way behind.
Standard choice, yeah?
Yeah, if we have a look for a 737. See if we can park nose to nose with him. I don't know where he is though. I know they said they were potentially restarting the sim, and if they are, then we won't see him. Yeah, exactly, Chris. Yeah, dead right. There's a UPS over there. Nice 767 to our left. There's the LTU boys, who are in the 330. Ah, is that a Jet 2 over there? Ah, that might be them. Let's pose, so you see that stand over there? See it goes like that way? Let's maybe park on that one. I presume that's them in the Jet 2. So throw it left and then there's like a line there.
Yeah, is it the first one or second one?
Good night, PM Aviation.
I don't know.
And to Pomegranate.
Oh, it's gone now.
Yeah,
oh,
later in the week.
Oh, and the 777's just appeared there. Lol. Do what you want. Maybe go over here somewhere.
Yeah.
Or go right up the end, perhaps. I don't know. Don't mind, whatever you want.
Just take one of these on the left, yeah.
Cabin, great job as always. Apologise for the bumpy landing. Disarm doors for arrival.
How does one park it?
G'day mate, this is Worldflight 2017. Is that what you want to hear from me, Glaswegian?
Park it here or what?
Yeah, just bung it, yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay, so now bollocks.
Did you clear 9075, continue island approach runway 34 left.
Jump down then please, David.
Be advised, we have problem in navigation data, so we don't have a list.
Almost lost the engine there, that was close.
Visual approach 34.
Glad we both missed it.
Roger, 5, continue visual approach and minimum approach speed, please.
Minimum approach is really good.
Good. Bonnet de douche.
Do the ACAR stuff as well?
Yep.
Holding position, Siberian 3211.
Velocity 9247, winds were able to 02340 degrees, 5 seconds, runway 34.
Great job, mate. Great job.
Nice, always nice to fly with you, Dave.
And thank you very much, Danielson, for staying awake for some of it.
Majority of the flight.
Some of it.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to do a shutdown checklist?
Yes, please. Right, shutdown checklist. Parking brake.
Is set.
Hydraulic demand pumps.
Oh, I should be reading this to you. Hydraulic demand pumps.
Do we turn that
sorry,
off now, yeah? Off.
Like, fuel pumps.
Cut off.
Beacon.
Is off.
Doors.
Manual.
Fuel control switches.
Cut off.
Transponder.
It should be off and standby 2000.
Which it is now. Seatbelt signs.
Off.
ACARS post flight.
Done.
It's a beautiful day. We are going to disappear and you'll shortly get another crew that's going to take you to Anchorage. And from us, thank you so much for joining us. Those of you that have been here, and we hope we weren't too tired and we didn't make too many mistakes. But that was a good trip, and we will be seeing you. I'll be seeing you on Tuesday. These guys will be seeing you tomorrow at some point.
Yep.
So, oh no, we'll be seeing you later on today, I should say.
Yes. Yeah, I'll be on at midday today, and then yeah, Dave will be back tomorrow.
Be back. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Have a good one, guys.
Catch
Much
you later.
love.
Bye.